Okay, so just a few corrections and retcons, a few more than usual this week. Firstly, some things Jefferson said. He said there were around 25 ant people at the end of Vega, or that around 25 ant people attacked them. But they actually estimate the ant insectoid nest itself could house as many as somewhere around 100 ant people. But he does say that he thinks like not all of them are fighters. Some of them may just be worker ants. He also said that the location of the anthill, or their now raised village on the plateau, was where the river meets the ocean, but it's actually at the apex of the delta. So the point where the river splits into smaller distributaries in the delta, which would be about, he estimates around 20 kilometers from the coast itself.
Oh.
Partly just because I did some research and thinking about ideal places for building villages and decided that was a better location. But it shouldn't change anything about what you've been doing.
Wait.
Yeah.
Wait. So if it's 20 kilometers from the coast,
yeah,
wouldn't we have to be heading much more inland?
Well, each hex is 5 kilometers, so it shouldn't ultimately take all that much longer. But also, okay, you've kind of gone directly west from Verdalade and then found yourself sort of running into the coastline. So you would have to, or maybe you moved one to the northwest. Sorry.
I think we moved slightly southwest. I think that was we were going to zigzag directly across. So I think the first move was slightly diagonally down.
But it looks like you've moved
Verdalade.
directly to the west of Verdalade. So
yeah, I think we were trying to hit the coast.
Yeah, we're going to go trace the coastline back.
Yeah, so maybe it'll take you like I don't know, 1 hex longer than it would have. Perhaps there were some difficulties navigating. I don't know. I also said the moon cycle wrong during the downtime. During the downtime, it would have went from a new moon through a waxing crescent moon, through a half moon, and through a waxing gibbous moon. And it's now approaching a full moon in the next couple of days, just in case you wanted to know that. Okay, Elder Laguthia's advice for planting seeds would have been a little bit more varied. Wheat is apparently often planted in late summer or early autumn, although you can also plant spring wheat, apparently. Many of the other things can be sown in spring, like flax is usually in early spring. Potatoes is like late winter to early spring, and legumes is probably in spring as well, maybe summer. And I wanted to say also, maybe she gave you corn seeds, because I feel like that could be another good crop and sort of contribute to this attempt at making a sort of a mishmash of different continents that I'm doing. So have some corn as well. Corn and wombats and potatoes. And I also found my pricings for all of these seeds and things, and I went way overboard. So you can have a refund. For 1 kilogram of wheat, it would have only cost 5 silver pieces. 7 silver pieces for a kilogram of flax, 5 for a kilogram of corn. Potatoes would have been 1 copper piece for a root. So so a cheap root, basically. So maybe 100 roots would cost 1 gold piece. And legumes would be a silver piece for 30 grams, so maybe a couple of silver pieces. So overall, it would have cost you only 2 gold pieces and 9 silver pieces, and you spent 80 gold pieces, so you can have a refund of 77.1 gold pieces. So I actually some time ago went to the trouble of trying to work out some sort of reasonable pricing for these things, taking into consideration the Bronze Age / they didn't have money then / medieval times / Ascentus. It's all bullshit, basically, but whatever, that'll do. Okay, phosphorus. This one was for ready. Probably wasn't isolated as a thing in itself in the Bronze Age. But maybe we can just say that for the spell component, you just need something that's got a lot of phosphorus in it. Like a chunk of phosphate rock or bone ash or something like that. I also added some rules for scrounging for bugs in the downtime.
Ooh. Excellent.
Where is it? Hunting and foraging. Scrounging for bugs.
Is it in the handout?
Yes. In the hunting and foraging, number 3 on the left, and then it's in there down near the bottom, scrounging for bugs.
Okay.
So it's like a little bit less lucrative than some of the other ones. But yeah, you can eat that way if you wish. Because I feel like, I mean, it's a legitimate source of protein, like even in a modern world, like yeah.
In the wild, yeah, on all their survival shows I watch, they go bananas for crickets.
Yeah, that's it.
Ah.
You're combining food metaphors there. I'm confused.
No, the banana flavored crickets.
That wouldn't be too hard, I imagine.
Amazing.
That's called a malaphor. When you mix a couple of idioms together.
Oh, like mal is in like a maladjustment, like a poorly done one?
Kind of. It's like saying we'll burn that bridge when we get to it. We've like combined the two phrases of like burning bridges and like we'll cross that bridge when we get to it into one thing.
All right. And the last thing was I wanted to give you a bit of a warning, which is that I've had to think about it and I've decided that if you do lose control over your undead summons, they will become hostile. Because I think necromancy is like a dark magic that comes with great risks. So I like the idea that, yeah, it's, these things are kind of like regular undead are sort of possessed by this insatiable desire to like mindlessly murder and kill. And so I feel like once you lose control over your undead, they would pretty much go the same way.
Interesting.
So yeah.
Can I ask a question on that?
Yeah.
If we have them, like if Reddy and Twig keep them under their control and they want to get rid of them, would starting to attack them mean that they also become hostile? Or could we just command them to like stay there and we could just kill them? How does that work?
Yeah, so they defend themselves if they're not given an order. But if you give them an order to not defend themselves, where's the spell twig? Oh, sweet. Oh wait, this is the wrong one. This is a undead spirit.
Wait,
this one though might
animate dead.
yeah, because this one's like a concentration.
Here we go.
Yeah, animate dead. If you issue no commands, the creature only defends itself against hostile creatures. Once given an order, the creature continues to follow it until its task is complete. Yeah, it seems like that's an interesting loophole. Or maybe it's not a loophole, I don't know.
Well, I was just curious about how it works. I wasn't sure if there was rules about it.
Yeah, no, I can't see a reason why you couldn't just tell them to just stand there and take your hits.
Let me kill you.
I'm gonna have a think about whether I want to homebrew that, because I quite like the idea of preserving necromancy being scary and dangerous. But then again, yeah, it's a good point. I can't think of an immediate way around it. You just stand still and die. Again.
Stick your arms by your sides and do not move for like 20 minutes while I just hack at you.
Hit yourself with your own weapon.
There we go.
I don't think
That
it
also
says that
works.
you can't do that either. But yeah, it's interesting. All
Oh,
right.
they should strangle each other. Okay.
Such
That's
a
true.
good use
Can they
of
attack each
time.
other? Yeah, it doesn't say,
It's
it doesn't
so
say any of
efficient.
these things.
We'll have a fight club and the last one standing gets to be killed by us. It's a great honor.
All right, let's do a recap. What can you remember from the last session? Last week we started with a meeting of the council. And you were introduced to your mousefolk sidekicks.
We made mousy friends. Again.
They're so cute.
They're so cute. Well, we all agreed that we should leave the castle. And then we hung out for 2 weeks, getting ready, not just doing nothing.
Ah, Reddy's here. Sorry.
Oh, okay. You can let him in. Oh, I can't talk
No,
to
he's barred.
Sorry. Go on.
And then we left. We started on our journey to find the ant people and kill them.
Yep.
It was a great time.
What else?
No sound. One sound.
Oh.
Made our way to Verdelaide. Picked up some supplies as well. Some skins. Some water skins. Some seeds.
6 water skins.
6 water skins. Some buckets. Couple of buckets.
Oh, yeah.
To assist while the camp was just on the edge of town there.
Oh,
We distracted.
250 randoms.
We were distracting Vindaros.
From what?
Oh.
I don't know if you're,
Nothing.
I don't know if you're
Nothing.
acting or if you actually.
See?
Nothing. Look over here.
Yeah, and you learned about the Church of Consumption, which was fun for me. I like sharing my lore. And you leveled up, and Reddy became known as a wise guy. Or at least a wise guy.
Yes, indeed.
And yeah, after finishing up at Verdelaide, you took the seeds and the water and all of the food that you could carry, and you headed into the unknown. So...
Oh yes, and Vindaros has his Mastiffs around with his mouse folk riding around the party, keeping an eye out.
Oh yeah.
Now we have
Yep.
a bat and a dog friend. It's great.
I'm gonna make this thing do what I want it to do. Oh. Yes. Okay. So you're heading into the wilderness. Some way to the west of Verdelaide. And it's soon after midday in the Ghost Vale. You've begun your search for the great Andavega River. And it's the last month of winter in Ascentus. It's essentially the beginning in spring. The beginning of spring in terms of the weather. It's like starting to feel slightly warmer, and there are flowers beginning to bloom. And some of the deciduous trees like birches and maples are beginning to sprout fresh leaves. And you are traveling with the entire tribe of over 250 refugees, animal folk from the forests and savannas of the homeland, including cat folk and frog folk, deer folk and lizard folk, and raccoon folk, among many others, who you've shepherded and protected for over 55 days. as well as the mousefolk who joined you recently, now accepted as part of the community. And the tribe is moving slowly through the forest, carrying and dragging their few possessions, along with stores of food and barrels of water, tools, weapons, and textiles. Some of them are talking among themselves, wondering about the future, while others are quiet. And still others are kind of scared, glancing around into the trees, jumping at every unusual sound that the forest conjures. And Ismail and the Ekin, the Ekin soldier and 2 Suscan hoplites are walking together alongside the tribe. And yes, Vindaros' mastiff is roaming around, keeping its ears and nose out in case of hostiles. And it'll give Vindaros advantage on perception checks to detect creatures that might be lurking around, I'm thinking. And each of you has adopted a mousefolk squire. They walk alongside you proudly, eager to prove themselves useful. What are you all doing while you travel through the Ghost Vale?
Is there a need to be navigating at this point?
Yeah, you don't know where you're going.
Great, then I'm doing that.
All right.
Twig, can Twig use Leaf to help the navigation at all?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
And Vindaros is walking along the main tribe as well, keeping an eye out. And as he does so, he might just give out some words of encouragement to the ones that might be struggling or a bit scared.
They definitely seem comforted as you walk beside them, towering over them. Many of them. Some of them are pretty big as well.
But he's probably helping to... He's got like one eye, keeping an eye out, and then he's also, having a conversation in Flint very badly in different languages, trying to show him all the mushrooms he's picked up along the way. Oh, this is the one we found in the Grimbower. This is the one I found over there.
Important lessons for a squire. Yeah, I made these images for your squires. And there are also 8 beetle insectoid zombies staggering along a few meters from the tribe. And it's only, as I mentioned, just after midday. There's a pretty strong wind blowing southward from the ocean, but despite that, it is still kind of warming up a little bit. It's a cool breeze. And as you're walking through here, you begin to grow pretty tired. You can kind of hear the complaints of the tribesfolk behind you increase as many of the people also begin feeling quite worn out. Even though it is just after midday. You started your journey at pretty early in the morning. But it also, it takes you a long time to move through here because you're moving with this whole group. So you begin to sort of slow down a little bit and look around and you begin to think about what you might want to do next. And at that moment, you're approached by Ismail, the Ekin soldier, and I guess he's sort of a scout. And he's got these 2 Suscan hoplites dressed in bronze armor with these bronze helms with red mohawks. And the Suscan hoplites are standing behind him, and one of them almost kind of pushes him forward a little bit. They look angry. They're staring at you angrily. He kind of steps forward. He sort of looks back at them and then looks towards you. Looks a little bit uncomfortable. He's like, I need to talk to you about something. Who of you can understand me?
I'll say Vindaros is we're independent. Yes, Ismail.
These Suskin, they want me to tell you that the casting of dangerous magic is illegal. They're not sure of the level of the magic that has gone into raising these beetle insectoids from the undead, but necromancy either way is expressly forbidden by Smorgon's decree. They want me to tell you that you must slay these unnatural abominations immediately.
Thank you for informing myself on that clause of magic use. I'll translate that back to my party as well, if they're around.
Yeah.
And it's up to you what you'll like to do with that information.
Twiggy's gonna pretend he hasn't heard at first.
One of the Suskin, like, almost kind of stomps his boot. And Vindaros, you can understand him. He's like, "This is an outrage."
I would say to Ismail as well, maybe it's in the best interest if we keep these numbers until we reach safety, because they're actually fighting for us and on our side at the moment. So in case we come into any danger, I'd rather them be sacrificed than our tribe.
Does the Polyglot's pendant, I can't remember, allow... Who has it on their actual character sheet? Maybe Reddy.
Might be me.
Does it allow the Suskin to hear you say that? Or, let me see. Yeah, so you're just speaking boorish. Yeah, so the Suskin is like, absolutely not. There are no exceptions to the decree of the Emperor. This is unacceptable. You should be put to death for this, or at least lose a hand. Maybe an arm, even. Necromancy is evil. It goes
Necro what,
against
sorry?
nature.
Okay.
Alright.
I'll definitely pass on your concern.
He's focusing. He's helping me with navigation. Leave him alone.
Oh.
What did he say?
We're trying to navigate through this forest, and they're just focusing on the correct path, direction, not to waste time.
You could say that they could help carry these Suskin soldiers. Like, you know, if they're feeling a bit tired, they could be of use.
Or Twig, what about if maybe we might have some spare common clothes?
The other hoplite is a woman. She says, even if they were not undead, we would require you to slay them immediately, for we are at war with the insectoids. Beetle insectoids are the worst. Blah.
True. I forgot that point. But they're under our control.
Only because you have used a forbidden magic. He actually like reaches down and like begins to sort of half draw his sword from his sheath.
Oh, no.
Hold! I was going to say hold your horses, but what's in there?
Oh, alright. There's so much fuss.
There's no need for that. Your enemy is our enemy. We're on the same path. You do not want to go there.
We are no traitors. We will never go against King Smorgon the Ravenous. We can... If you do not do something immediately, we will have to leave and report on this absolute atrocity immediately.
Your concerns are noted, and I'll pass that back on to my magic users. So
She's like, she turns to the
serious.
male. She's like,
Yes.
I don't know if they're taking this seriously. He's like, he kind of like looks around. He's still like got his sword like halfway out of the sheath, but he's obviously, you know, like there's like hundreds of people around. He's like,
yeah,
he's like trying to be threatening, but he's also like hardly going to attack you. He's like,
Well,
he like snorts.
so I'll get Twig's attention so they can see that I'm actually passing on that message to Twig, and Twig can understand that.
Okay.
They're
Well,
Yeah, they're pretty.
they seem pretty. They got their knickers in a knot.
Yeah. The tunics in a knot.
The loincloths, the kilts.
Yeah, they're like- I forgot. Did also Reti raise the dead as well?
Yeah, there's
raise
like
dead.
8 of them.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah.
What? Me? Raise me.
Never. Reti is innocent of all crimes forever.
I don't know whose those are.
I have a couple of points. The first point is the bug. It's the bugs.
The bugs. Okay.
And, yeah.
We gotta be strategic about this next time. Gotta get the common clothes. Gotta get some fresh, less buggy faces.
More friendly dead, I see. That's what the problem's been all this time.
Ready? How should we do this? I don't want them looking at me. You know? Maybe we can get them to turn over there and...
Surely they can, they're already undead. Surely they can pretend to be dead quite effectively. No. Let's say I go give them a whack with my staff here.
I don't see why you couldn't, according to the spell, because we just had a look at the spell, just order them to lie prone and motionless. If that's what you meant.
No.
I don't know if that is what you meant.
I'm gonna send it because I can't see the bottom of it. Oh, it's just there, sorry.
Because, yeah, when I was saying before you rocked up that I've decided that necromancy is evil, and therefore, if you lose control of them, they will become hostile.
So, if we're not there when they wake up, they're still hostile? Just generally hostile?
Yeah. They just stand around. It's just, they're like the undead. They just roam around looking for meat.
We're just releasing aberrant upon aberrant.
Yeah, and you can't command them again unless you're within 12 meters, so maybe it is.
Maybe we should just kill them again.
That seems like the right idea.
If I were to roast them.
No, don't roast my ones. I need the bones for next time.
Oh, okay.
Are you going to try to carry 4 insectoids along with you, ready?
I'm sure we can.
Well, I've got Flint here to help me. Perhaps not. You can roast my ones too. I don't. Terrible business.
Oh, I can't watch myself do this. It's gonna look away as they lined up, and he will cast Firebolt and vaporize them.
Fireball?
Bolt.
I don't think Firebolt's
Ooh.
going to do it.
What, can you just...
Fireball.
I think if so we were just talking about this before, Link, about whether or not you can just order them to stand still and be killed. So I will say in this case you can, until I've had to think about it and looked for a way to make it more annoying.
You can ask them to bury themselves.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
But they're undead. They're just like
baby.
No, they're gonna come back.
The hand reaches from the ground.
yeah.
Imagine our tribe still walking through. They just grab the person at the end. You're mine.
Well,
Alright,
are
so
they
a little-
going to do anything?
I'm going to start a little
Yes.
campfire with Druidcraft. And one by one, order them to walk in.
Stand there.
That works. I'll give them all like a salute as they.
Boy, he's darker than I am.
The undead are being dealt with.
Yes. I see.
So, what's so I can pass this on to my colleagues. What's level of magic again is Boboden?
Spells above level 3.
Above level 3. So level 3 are fine? If there was a level?
Good point, because if you use fireball to kill them, that might also offend them. Wait, what did I say? Third level and above. Or,
Okay.
Oh shit! Yeah. Okay.
Well, we're not that skilled. Surely it's fine. There's the one who knows nothing about magic.
Didn't know magic was that powerful, to be honest.
it goes beyond level 2.
I thought level 2 was the highest you could get. That's crazy.
I'll firebolt each of them.
Okay. You might have to even take a couple. Oh no, at your level, that would probably be effective.
2d10.
Yeah. Maybe. What's a zombie? Hit points. 15. Yeah, might take a couple.
Oh, it's like a guillotine, but then the first cut doesn't really. Oh, not a guillotine, but like when you're beheading someone.
Yeah. You have to go in for a second hack. Like at the end of Conan.
Yeah.
I love that.
It's happened before.
Alright, the two Suskin look placated for now. They still look suspicious and concerned, but they sort of kind of like walk away and talk amongst themselves. Ismail's like, it is simply the law. Don't blame the messenger.
We understand.
Good.
Let's continue on our journey.
So you have travelled for 8 hours already.
Was that one? Oh no, is that 2 hexes? 1 hex.
2.
2 hexes. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, we started at Verdelade this morning. I can't see the map. Sorry, hang on.
No, didn't we only move 1 hex?
So I think we've only moved 1.
No, you've
Because
moved
we'll-
2.
Well,
Oh no,
1
I
hex.
see.
This one and then this one.
Yeah. Well, I
Ah.
think it was maybe this one. I'm not sure.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think we went south and then back up again. Oh yeah, now that it's loaded properly, yeah, we've done 2. Well, I guess we move slightly away from where the insectoids burned to death, and we try and set up a camp slightly further away.
Well, we can use them to start our campfires.
Ready did set one up for us already. It's but we did burn insectoids to death in it, so it might be a little stinky.
No, they're already dead.
They were desiccated.
Yeah, that's fine.
All right. As long as it's not too stinky, that's fine.
A thick black cloud wafts up through the canopy and into the sky.
Looks pretty stinky to me, guys.
Yeah. I'll show you stinky. I got stinking cloud.
Please don't.
Wait, but I can't use it. I can't use it.
Good.
Good thing it's only level 2, hey Twig. Potatoes.
Pass it
Who's
off.
keeping count?
Yeah.
Whoever's been eating bugs has a really, really bad smell anyway. I'm kidding.
So you just light a bunch of campfires, sort of just on the forest floor.
Set some watches.
Yes.
Okay. The tribesfolk will follow your lead and also build some fires. Many of them
If
sort of
there's-
plonk down on the ground, tired from a day's traveling.
If we can make some temporary shelters with some of the building material.
Yeah, so there's a
just
little
some
bit
trees.
left. You've kind of used some
Yeah.
to make these,
Stretches.
these like stretches. But yeah, there'd be like a little bit, not enough to shelter. Not really even close to everyone, but like a few people can kind of get under, can sort of crowd under these shelters.
Okay.
And yeah, people kind of sit down and begin to, have a little bit of the food that they're carrying to eat. Some people have some water skins. You're okay generally for that though. You were at Vertilade earlier, so you've you've had your food and water for the day. Do you do anything else? The sun is high in the sky. It's about the equivalent of 1 o'clock.
Can I look for water in this area?
Yes.
That's exactly what I was going to say. So I'm happy to help if that is useful.
Yeah, you can help, and that will halve the time. How long do you spend looking for?
If the sun's high, we could spend a few hours doing it. If you,
What's
if
the
you think.
maximum?
Well, generally speaking, the maximum is like how long it would take you to traverse through this 5-kilometer area. But sorry, not how long it would take to traverse it, but how long it would take to explore it. So the maximum is about 4 times the time it'd take to travel through it. Is kind of how I've worked it out. So in this case, just the two of you traveling around looking for water, it would take maximum 8 hours. That's as long as you could choose to spend searching.
And split between the two of us would be 4 hours
Correct.
each. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm happy to do that.
Yeah.
Okay. You search for 4 hours, and it's getting late in the day by the time you finish searching, but unfortunately you turn up nothing. You don't find anything.
Oh, shit.
You do hear the sound of the ocean in the distance as you kind of near the northwest. But obviously you can't drink that water. And yeah, you don't find any rivers or streams or ponds or anything like that.
We'll have to find some tomorrow as we travel.
I do have a spell that could help us, if we need to.
Oh, that might be helpful tomorrow because we won't have any water after tonight. Assuming that we have enough for the tribe for today.
Yeah, you probably have enough, like, for today, and then what do you count? Like a few barrels? Yeah, you have enough for today.
Yeah, because I
Well,
think
today
we had.
you're already drunk at Verdelade, so you probably have enough
Yeah, I
for
was
tomorrow
gonna
as
say.
well.
I
Yeah.
think we filled up at Verdelade in the morning, or maybe had our fill then. So we should be good, but okay. Well, we'll just have to find some tomorrow. We might need the help of that spell tomorrow. Retty.
How would this spell help you find water?
Like creating it?
Does it do that? On the sensory effect. Oh, sorry, I thought you meant druidcraft.
No.
Oh, yeah, okay, cool. Create or destroy water.
That helps.
40 liters. Yeah, so I mean, that would be enough for like 20 people, right? Is it a liter a day or 2 liters a day that you need? I've forgotten.
I think it was one.
Gotta stay hydrated.
You need 4 liters a day, so 2 water skins.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh.
So yeah, you can do that a few times, I guess, if you use up all your
There's
spell
a
slots.
lot of spell slots.
Well, that's okay. Do you have a spell that would help us locate existing water?
There is one. I could try to locate animals or plants. I know that there's some types of plants that grow near rivers mainly. Perhaps we could try something like that if we need
Yeah,
to.
that may be a better choice, and then we make sure we have enough, and we don't have to use up all of your magical ability for the entire day.
We'll see how we go tomorrow if
Yes.
we come across anything.
Well, hopefully we're not too far from the river. So if we can make it through tomorrow, even if we don't find water, hopefully we'll be very close to the river.
The end of Vega, you think, is a lot further away than that. It'll take you probably another 5 days or something to make it there.
Okay, I take that back. Looking at the map again, I think we're a bit too far away for that. We'll
But
just have to keep looking.
Jefferson did say that he saw, various, like a few sources of water along the way. He just can't remember exactly where they are.
That's all right. I'm sure we can use the expertise of our newest, littlest friends as we continue on.
I'll let you guys roleplay for the mouse folk. You can describe them however you like, except I'll probably retain control of Jefferson, if that's okay, Anna.
No.
My knight is a harsh taskmaster.
Maybe we should head towards the sea. I heard it earlier. And maybe, well, I guess, would we be able to convert seawater into drinking water?
It might take a while if we have to boil it.
I don't think boiling it would work. I don't think the salt would go anywhere.
Yeah, I think, well, we'd have to distill it, I guess, or whatever. So, yeah.
What does that even mean?
Yeah, exactly. I don't think we could do it yet.
I don't think so.
Okay.
I think we just have to Hope for some
streams.
lakes or streams or something. Even a non too dirty pond. Just hope for the best.
What about purify food and drink?
What's the wording of the spell?
What do you think, Agent?
Depends on the wording of it. If it says like
I'm just casting spells, sorry.
all non-magical food and drink within a 1 meter radius sphere centered on a point of your choice. No, I don't think so.
No.
I think by virtue of the fact that it has salt in it, it's already not a drink. Because there is also a spell I think that will purify water.
Oh, is there?
I think so. Doesn't even prestidigitation, although I think it's very small. Like you'd have to. But then again, it is a cantrip. You could just keep doing it. Everyone lines up, and you just.
That would work for a quick, like, on the road shower. Definitely. Love that.
Except you wouldn't need to shower with prestidigitation because you can also just
Yeah,
clean
that's what I
yourself
mean.
with it.
It's a replacement for it. Everyone
Yeah.
who's stinky, line up in a single file line.
All right. Does anyone do anything else, or do you just kind of sit by the fire and chat amongst yourselves for the rest of the day?
Yeah, do that and help anyone that needs help sitting up, really.
All right.
Well, elderly folk, get them comfortable.
And what time do you go to bed?
I'd say like 9, 10 o'clock, whatever the equivalent of that is.
All right.
Get another early start in the morning. I'm
With
so sorry if you
watches.
can hear the thunder, by the way. Yes, watches for sure.
Oh yeah, it's raining here as well. Actually, it was getting so heavy earlier on. It was like activating the microphone.
Oh god. Yeah, I've had storms for like 3 days, and the thunder is just unrelenting.
I like it when I can stay at home. It's good. All right. So you set up standard watches. I take it. So Twig, then Vindaros, then Reddy, then Ayame.
And then, yeah, maybe with our squires as well. Vindaros would like to have his mastiff up and around with him.
Okay.
And I forgot my Ankita?
Oh, Ankti.
No, Ankti.
Did the mouse folk speak Boorish?
No, it's hard for you to communicate with them actually.
Can I start learning?
Learning mouse.
Yeah,
From
mouse. Yeah.
So I mean, you didn't do anything between like 1 and like 9, practically. Oh no, sorry, you did. You
No, I was looking
searched
for
for
water.
water. Yeah, so to like learn a language, like generally you would be doing it in downtime, and you'd need to kind of spend the day learning.
Could we have been doing it while on the road?
I've been saying that you can do that for each other's languages.
I think
I was just
that's a
asking
bit
because we've
hard.
been trying to communicate with them the whole day anyway.
Yeah.
So I wondered if it worked the same way or if it's...
Yeah, I mean, maybe if you're with them the whole day, but if you're like going off and like looking for water and like doing other things, then maybe not.
I would think that it might even distract you from your task. So
Yeah.
you're trying to navigate and you're trying to learn the language, you're not actually.
Yeah. I wasn't
Yeah.
asking for me, but I was thinking like Reddy spent the whole day trying to communicate mushrooms with Flint. Specifically, like
true.
I was navigating. I'm not going to try and learn a language.
Yeah, well, I mean, look, if you feel like you would have been able to learn some mouse today, then you can
Some
give
squeaks.
yourself one day of mouse folk. Why not?
Maybe some mushroom words, yeah. No, that you mentioned it, actually. What does it start at? Like 50 days?
Yeah, I think so. Let me have a look. Actually, it varies a little bit. Where is it?
There's something to do with your
Languages.
intelligence as well.
Yeah, so 50 days of... See, I mean, it's 50 days of downtime, really. We'll make a bit of an exception for this one, because, yeah, I guess you're traveling with them. So the time is reduced by your intelligence mod times 5 in days. Alright, so it starts at like 45 for you.
Mine. Wait. What? So, it starts at 25 for me.
Damn.
You're so smart.
Shut
Small
up, yeah.
people.
Small people, big brains. That's what I always said.
Yeah. I mean, you're a wizard, so you're like accustomed to learning, very intelligent.
It's actually very similar to old Tarsian. Somehow, I don't know.
That's crazy. I cannot speak your language, so I'm speaking fluently in Jungle Common. Showing off a little bit.
Woohoo!
But yeah, and you've already eaten and had something to drink for the day. Everyone can take a long rest, of course. I don't know if you need it. And let's see if anything happens in the night. It's like still pretty warm throughout the evening. It's still just this cold or this cool breeze kind of blowing in from the north. Or maybe it's even like, where are we? Maybe it's even a warm breeze. It's like, yeah, it's reasonably warm, and it doesn't start raining or anything, and you can all sort of take turns sleeping by the fire. Some of the tribesfolk huddle up under these shelters, and nothing happens in the evening. It is an uneventful evening. Perhaps you hear some creatures moving about in the brush, but nothing is brave enough to approach this large group. Does anyone do anything, like for your 2 hours as well? You can like identify an item or something like that if you want.
Actually, I was hoping to grab Vindaros for a little bit.
Okay.
And kind of just pull him off to the side. May I have a word just over here?
Of course, Eyame.
Thank you. We'll kind of wander off a little bit. Maybe like a little bit through the trees so we're like far enough away that no one's really overhearing or anything. And he'll just kind of... He'll be a bit awkward. Not really make eye contact, to kind of just look away. And he'll kind of ask Vindaros, how do you deal with the anger of losing everything we had?
That's a good question. I tend to distract myself with helping others. And with that, I find peace.
Okay. Well,
But then there are those moments that it all catches up on you.
exactly. I've been thinking about it a lot lately. And I find myself very, very upset at what happened to all of us. I see it in everyone's face. What we lost. I see my family. I see everything that I could have. What we all could have. But then there's a gratefulness that we have each other. And I don't understand how something can be so terrible and yet so great. But it doesn't help. It doesn't make things better. You know?
Vindaros puts one hand on Yame's shoulder and just still looking off into the distance somewhere and just say, well, we have to look after each other first. And once we do that, we can find means of trying to get back home. But we really need to deal with what's in front of us in the present.
Of course.
Without losing sight.
It's just, I don't think we have much of a home to get back to. I'm not unhappy that we're here, except for what we've lost. I wouldn't care otherwise. But
yes,
these people have all deserved better.
We've all lost a lot of loved ones to get to this point, especially leaving our homes. And we'll never thought, 6 months ago that we'll be here on these strange lands. Like you said, who knows what's left back home, or if this is our home, even if we can get home.
Yeah. I just makes me so angry that I couldn't do anything. There was nothing to do. And all I want is to prevent that from happening again here. But it's hard.
We just have to learn from these events and try to it's not much to say. It's definitely a huge weight on our shoulders.
Yes. I've been trying to keep it out of my head, but with this trip especially, it just feels so present. The loss and the anger. Thank you.
That's okay. That's okay. If we don't have each other, then we don't have much.
Yeah, we're a good group. And after everything that did happen, I'm grateful to have you and Twig and Retty and everyone else who's helped us. Let's get through this.
Let's find a home.
Absolutely. And after a minute, kind of just turn back, head back to the group, and sit quietly for a little bit at the fire. One of the fires.
One of the less stinky ones.
Yeah. Not the stinkiest one. I'll stay away from that one. Couple fires down.
All right. Awesome. The sun begins to rise the next day, and it's still relatively warm in the forest. Probably maybe around 15, 16 degrees. Much warmer than some of the days that you've experienced. And a lot of these tribes folk are sort of getting up slowly, stretching, walking around, speaking to each other, wondering about what's going to happen next. And they begin packing up all of this gear in these shelters that they've constructed. And getting ready to head off, they kind of begin to sort of look over at you guys expectantly. Do you set off right away, or what do you do?
I think we set off pretty quickly, but I've got to do my morning calisthenics.
All right. So it's just getting a little bit lighter, and you finish your morning calisthenics. Everyone kind of gets together, and you get ready to embark. Which way do you head? Actually, Leaf. If Leaf is flying, Twig. If you send Leaf up above the canopy, which I'm assuming you do. You get a sense from Leaf that there's something familiar to the south, directly to the south.
Oh, what does it look like?
But a sense of, well, let me see. I always forget how far you can look through Leaf's eyes.
Oh,
I think it's like 20 meters or something. It's not far.
Yeah, it's probably
no, that's...
maybe not quite enough to like look over the canopy, maybe? Where is it?
Or is it like commanding, or is that the commanding distance?
I think they're the
there's
same.
no limit. 20 meters is communication telepathically and see through its eyes. Yep.
20 meters. Yeah, so that should like get you pretty close to the canopy at least.
Wait, is that the Grimbower?
Yes, you get the feeling from Leaf that there is this sort of foreboding, dark blight to the south.
Is it still foreboding?
It's like a sense of trepidation, but a familiar one. You know, so like if you can conclude that it is the Grimbower, you think, in that direction. You know, it's like Leaf isn't Leaf is just a bat, so Leaf doesn't know whether or not the threats that may have existed around the Grimbower are still present or not. If it is the Grimbower.
I think we got one of our old haunts down to the south, guys.
Oh, which one? Was it one with water?
Yeah, I think so. Some weird tree root water.
Oh,
yeah, there was a river running past the Grimbower.
Well, sounds like we should maybe head that way then. Do the refill. Stop for a drink.
Sounds like a plan.
Everyone happy with that? Or do we keep moving to the coast?
I'm not too eager to return to the Grimbower just in case there's any latent threats.
There was quite a few mushrooms there, and oh, but that was part of the. That was caused by the Grimbower, though.
Like the traps.
Nasties, yeah.
Well, if there's still a feeling of darkness there, or a sense of darkness there from Leaf, maybe it's worth checking.
That's true as well. Maybe as long as we're cautious.
I'll burn them all.
Barbecue.
Slow roasted tree spawn. Delicious meal.
Weak. Can you reanimate a Grimbower?
And then we can take it on.
I like the
Show
way
off
you
our
think.
skill.
All right, well, you begin Oh, sorry.
No, nothing.
You begin heading south through the forest, and as you move, the forest becomes denser. It's full of thick, overgrown undergrowth. There's like thorny vines and tangled roots everywhere. And let me see, who's keeping an eye out?
That's Vindaros and his Mastiff.
Yeah.
And I think Retty as well.
Reddy's only keeping half an eye out.
Well, you can only have maximum 2 people doing a thing. And so Vindaros is using his Mastiff. Reddy, you can do something else if you want. With both eyes.
What a commitment.
But Vindaros, give me a perception check at advantage because of your Mastiff.
Yes, we'll do.
And as you move into this area, the tribesfolk begin sort of whispering in a hushed tone. They can kind of smell the smell of rot. The plants start to look strange here as well. There's a lot of odd smells. There's bones in the ground and spores and strange looking vines. With a 14... your Mastiff barks a couple of times in warning, and everyone behind you sort of stops. I'm assuming you guys are sort of at the head of this tribe. Everyone kind of stops and like looks to you, and you can go over to where your Mastiff is, and you can see on the ground there appears to be this big area of roots on the ground with these luminescent green flowers sprouting out from them. And there's a strange smell that your Mastiff is kind of like
Good boy. Good work, Ankty. I'll definitely pass that message on, the information onto the team, in particular Raddy as well. Do they look like they're blooming, alive? I mean, freshly, look very green.
Yeah, they look alive. They look like they're thriving. It's just this field, basically, of these strange roots with these flowers.
Okay. Is there anything wandering in the fields that we could see? Like any other animals in particular, or? No,
there's just a little bit of condensation in the air. You don't see any movement. Maybe a bird kind of like... but nothing else.
I don't like the look of these.
Just nobody eat any of these.
Oh, I really wanted to. They look delicious. I'm joking. Can we have a look around to... Well, I'd like to have a look around and see if there's anything disguising itself among the trees that might look vaguely tree spawny.
Yeah, give me a perception check.
Okay.
So you're just sort of looking around the trees. Are you going into this field?
No, I'll stay where I am and I'll just try and look and see if I can see any like shifting movements or anything that's not quite looking right for the surroundings. Oh my god, that thunder is so close.
I'll probably increase the DC just a little bit just because Vindaros sort of already had a look. Yeah, you also don't see anything moving around or any sign of any live creatures.
Okay.
Or any dead creature. Well, yeah, actually, yeah, you see like bones and like even like the corpse of a rotting some sort of forest dingo with like flies buzzing around it. But yeah, nothing else moving.
And does this appear like the same place where the Grimbower was, or is this sort of off to the side? Like, does this seem like exactly the same location?
Leaf can sort of fly around and is able to give Twig a sense that there is a clearing up ahead to the south, where... Did you have Leaf when you went to the Grimbower? Now that I think about it, I don't remember.
I don't know. I don't think so. I think it was after the Grimbower.
I think it's after.
Well, anyway, you get the sense that there's some sort of clearing ahead, and there's some kind of large object in the clearing.
Okay.
Is there... do I get a sense that there's any running water near the large object?
Yeah. Yeah. There's like some kind of twinge of excitement. You get the feeling of like thirst.
Quick.
Can I throw something onto the roots? So sorry. Like, if I just pick up a stone or a bone or something and just chuck it in, what happens?
Yes, when you throw a stone or a bone.
I'll go for a stone. I want to investigate
When you
the
throw
bone.
a stone into this field, it kind of like lands in this amongst these roots, and all of this green gas is just kind of like pushed up into the sky from these like luminescent flowers. It just kind of like hovers above them for a moment, or for some time really. It just kind of hangs in the air.
Ooh.
I think this is bad.
Hey, can you do it again?
I'll do it again, I guess. I'll find another stone, try and find like a good heavy one and throw it as far as I can.
Yep, the same thing happens again.
Ooh, okay.
Do you think we should burn it?
I was going to suggest a twig, maybe give it a couple of like bolts of.
Yeah.
Maybe step back a bit, just in case it is flammable.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Everyone,
Clear.
stay behind me. Twig's gonna wave his hands and send a firebolt, maximum range, 24 meters away from him, into
Fireball
this field.
lights up the forest as it screams through the air, lands in this field. It doesn't set off any of this gas, but it just causes this relatively small explosion compared to something like fireball, which appears to set fire to some of these roots and these flowers in this small area. They continue to burn briefly before it kind of goes out. It's like pretty moist in here. And you've created a very small scorch in a large field.
If I keep trying to just make like a line across this field, does it seem feasible?
Yeah, so when I say field, there's also, this field is growing amongst the trees. So it's not like an open field.
Oh, okay,
So it'd
okay.
be kind of difficult for you to sort of do. You could try to do it. Do you begin walking along this path that you're making?
Yeah. I do.
As you step onto this path that you're making, you see some of these flowers that are kind of burnt on the path itself, kind of almost like kind of cough out like little bits of ash, and they kind of keel over. It don't look like they're working the way that they're supposed to work. But also because you're stepping on these vines, some of the flowers that are nearby, like on either side of you, kind of puff out some of this green gas. Give me a con save.
Ooh.
But maybe roll with advantage because there's not heaps of it because you're standing on this path.
Oh,
Okay.
dear.
And I was going to ask, and how far ahead is Twig? Because that would... I'm just trying to work out if Twig's still in my aura, which is 2 meters from me. My protection. And you'll get a +4.
Whoa.
Give me a second.
+4 now.
+3. +3.
Ooh.
That's still better than I thought it was. I thought it was +2. Is it your proficiency bonus? Is that what it is?
Charisma modifier.
Oh, nice. How far is it again, sorry?
2 meters from me.
2 meters. I mean, if you kind of picture yourself standing like 2 meters behind Twig, that's reasonable. So 13. The DC was a 14. So Twig, some of this this gas kind of enters your nostrils, and you feel unwell. You are poisoned for 1 hour.
Ugh.
But I'll say it's only half an hour because it was only a small amount of gas because you burned this path.
Yeah, don't breathe in the gas.
Maybe we just need to go around it. Does it seem like it's also spreading, or is it like, obviously we can't tell that it's growing just by looking at it, but like, does it seem like it is really dense in the middle and it's kind of gotten a bit less dense as it kind of spreads out? If I asked Twig to get Leaf to fly over the top.
Yeah, Twig. What do you do that? What do you do with Leaf?
Yeah. Leaf can investigate. Well, yeah, like you can. I guess I can look through Leaf's eyes.
Yeah.
For about like 20 meters. Does it thin out?
You get the impression that it is a pretty large area, more than 20 meters. It doesn't seem to thin out in both directions. It's this pretty extensive area of growth.
Sea. It's a sea of vines.
What do we do? I don't know if we should keep it. Let it keep spreading, potentially.
Just at this moment, you hear Lazarus screaming from some way away. They've got me! You kind of like look back. You see several of the tribesfolk kind of running over. You hear this kind of commotion.
Oh shit.
Oh no, what happened?
Well, all right.
Let's go.
Twiggle, go.
If you run over there, you find that Lazarus has kind of wandered off slightly from the path, and he's kind of stuck in this patch of like stinging nettles. It's kind of all kind of stuck in him. Like, it's like, oh dear, it stings me.
Try not to move. He's like, you're just imagine go more.
What do I do? Every time I move it, pricks me.
Oop. Lost Tara.
Can Vindaros cut him out of the nettles?
Yeah, you can cut him out of the nettles pretty easily. Like,
Thanks, Vindaros. I got myself into a real sticky situation. Well, not really sticky, more spiky.
Prickly.
Prickly.
Yes.
Pricky.
It happens to the best of us. Lazarus, good job.
Thanks. I guess now we know not to walk over there.
he like points at the bush.
Don't walk over there, guys. It's a pricky situation.
Stay on the path, Lazarus.
Okay, sorry.
Twig, did you have... I don't know if I'm just thinking this. Did you have like a gust of wind Or a spell? Did you use that before? Or was that ready? I can't remember. I think we talked about.
It might have been someone we were fighting, even. A gust of wind. I don't.
Like something like a fan force or something?
I don't think
I know some sorts of magic like that.
You
Why do
do?
you ask? Depends.
Oh, no, I was thinking if we make our way through here, I'm not sure how big that field is. I mean, that range of your spell, that you can cast it, and if one of them does release its gas, it can be blown away rather than inhaled.
Not quite so effective, the one that I know. It's only about 2 meters radius,
Okay.
so it might just work for myself.
Yeah, I don't have any sort of fan-like items. So Twig will just continue burning through. Oh, Tara's back.
All right.
Maybe we can also inform the tribe just to cover up their faces if they're going to follow us through.
Maybe what if we say not everyone has to come? Nah, we should all stick together. Never mind.
So sorry.
I was going to say, because generally while we're traveling, we find in ourselves with extra time at the end of the day, can we spend some time clearing a path for the tribe?
Yeah.
If they rest up, yeah.
Yeah, like, well, how do you want to do that?
Yeah, I think that might work. Like assisting Twig, if I can. If you're burning, maybe I've got. I can cover my face and maybe cut away some of it.
Or torch?
Oh yeah, torch. We've got lots of torches. Maybe just go through and like burn some of them as we're walking along.
Yeah, I think you can do that. It probably takes you maybe an hour moving slowly through here. The whole tribe is following.
Yeah, so we'll clear the path first.
Yeah.
And then we'll bring the tribe through.
Yeah. With a bit of magic flame and some torches, you can, yeah, I'd say it takes about an hour to kind of clear a path through here, and you reach what appears to be the other side of this strange viney, flowery undergrowth, where it begins to thin out again and gradually kind of disappear. And you can burn this pretty wide path through this whole area and clear the way for the rest of the tribe to follow through. And so they follow through, and a couple of them kind of fuck up and like step too far into this field. You hear some like coughing and spluttering, and a couple of people turn a bit green in the face. But otherwise, everybody is pretty much able to move through this field safely and come out the other side of it. And you can continue on southward to where Leaf saw what Twig thinks might be water and a clearing. And as you head down this direction, Parche falls in a pit trap.
Oh, Parche.
He's like, ah, but you can all like help him out again. Other tribespeople help him out. He just kind of stepped on like some leaves that broke, some twigs and leaves, and like fell in this pit trap. There's no like spikes in it or anything.
Oh, good.
Oh, why does it always happen to me? Everyone helps him out. There's also somebody nearly kind of gets like pulled up into the sky on this like rope, like a vine trip rope. Or a vine, like kind of entangled. I don't know what you call it, like a
lasso
like
type
a
of deal.
lasso type of deal, yeah.
Oh, like hunting trap type
But
thing.
manages to like dive out of the way just in time. And you are ultimately able to reach the Grimbower.
Vindaros is like, we'll make adventurers out of all you guys soon. Just a day of a life of an adventurer.
And yeah, the Grimbower is it collapsed after you destabilized it by destroying the I've forgotten what it was called, the Rackus. And it is just still kind of like this big like cluster of tree branches and vines and just these like huge roots. Some of them upturned in the dirt, just in the middle of this clearing, and you can see this stream running nearby.
I guess some of the tribe that adventured to Verdalade would have heard about the Grimbower as well, so they could see our
handiwork.
the result. Yeah.
Oh, Twig might add, you could do this one day.
You sort of
Join
look over at this
us.
thing in awe and fear.
For a subscription fee,
We have joined you. We're following you into the forest.
2 hopable Russians per day. To this guy, you can be part of our team.
Razzy's
Okay.
like, not even I could kick over this tower with my powerful kick. You are indeed mighty.
Thank you, Razzie.
It means a lot coming from him.
It does.
But yeah, you can all go and have a drink from the water. You can kind of taste test it first. It doesn't appear to be putrid or anything like that. Everyone in the tribe gradually gathers enough confidence to go down to the water and have a drink. And I want to know if there is an aberrant roaming around here. No, there's nothing happens.
Is what you would say.
I gave it a slim
Well,
chance.
Well, I was going to be keeping an eye out anyway while people are sort of taking a minute to drink and everything. Just make sure that nothing's approaching
Okay.
from where we came from. That nothing's following us from where those roots were. And also, I'm so sorry I dropped out before.
That's all right.
The storm is like right over me right now. It's very aggressive.
No worries. It's funny you say that.
Did I give you ideas again?
No, just a coincidence.
Oh no.
Sorry. Hi guys.
Yeah, as everyone is going and drinking from this stream, even though it's the middle of the day, you can see the sky pretty easily through because you're in this clearing where the Grimbower once stood. You can see that clouds begin gathering. Grey clouds. Not storm clouds, but it looks like there might be a bit of rain on the way. And it gets a little bit colder as well.
How far have we traveled today? Just 5.
You spent 4 hours so far traveling.
Okay. Should we keep moving or take shelter in this Grimbower until the storm passes?
You wouldn't be able to really go into the Grimbower, although probably some of it is still somewhat intact. Maybe, yeah. So, yeah, you could kind of venture in there with a few people, but not the entire tribe.
I see. And I feel, yeah, maybe Jefferson, how's Jefferson looking?
Oh, yeah. And all the mouse folk as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, the mouse folk seem okay. Why do you ask specifically about Jefferson?
Because that was Grimbower.
Wasn't
was
he
in the Grimbower?
stuck in there?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Was that the Grimbower?
No, yeah, totally.
Yeah, it was, yeah.
I forgot.
I thought I was completely misremembering.
Can't say I'm enjoying being back here. On the other hand, it is kind of nice to be reminded that you guys are strong enough to take down something as big and scary as that. And in a weird way, it gives me courage.
That's good. We don't want to make you uncomfortable. I don't really want to linger here either.
All right, let's keep moving.
Let's go.
And as we're moving, I'm gonna talk to Jefferson. Well, I can't, can I? No.
Oh, you can talk.
Okay.
Just like if it's I mean, what are you trying to do while you're walking?
I don't know. I just wanted to go blow by blow through like various like deaths that have been dealt.
Like recap some of the
Yeah.
some
And
of
then
the battles that you've had,
yeah.
murders that you've committed.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, yeah, you do need to, if you're sending Leaf out, yeah, you probably need to focus on that. You can kind of say like a couple of words before you head off, or maybe at times where you kind of stop for a moment.
And then we like, his brain went inside out, and
He's like,
I mean, I think you've got a bit of a stronger stomach than I do, Twig. Well, like I said, it is good to know that you can handle yourself.
stick with us.
Oh, I certainly will. It's your strength that gives me courage that we'll be able to defeat the ant people.
I'm sure we will.
and which direction do you head in?
This is where I was going to get some input. Because we could continue heading like due south, or we could kind of head southwest towards the coast, or we could head like due west. What do we think in terms of like our best option?
I'm thinking southwest.
Southwest?
Part.
Same.
Oh, okay.
Probably quickest way to
I still wanted
to the
due
river.
west, just in case we miss it or something.
The
But I'll happily be outvoted.
the coast.
Yeah.
Oh, Reti, you might have missed as well. There was a little correction. Mr. Jones mentioned it was about 20 k's from the coast.
Oh yeah.
There's no like delta.
No, it's just that
from the delta.
it's just that it's at the apex of the delta, and the delta is about a 20-kilometer stretch from the coast. So it's like a little way in from the coast. But
We're still hardly gonna miss it. The Andaviga goes all the way from far inland.
Okay. Makes sense to go southwest then.
Okay, we happy with southwest, Twig? Okay. Southwest it is.
all right, travel for another 12 hours. Sorry, 4 hours.
Love it.
It's because it was like 12 o'clock on the time.
I'm so tired.
And somewhere, a couple of hours into the journey, it begins to shower. Just scattered showers once again. It's fairly light. But you don't encounter anything else. Just some of these animal folk kind of trying to hold various possessions and things over their heads in some cases, or many others not really worrying about it or trying to stay under the trees as they walk. You move out of this area of the Grimbower. Perhaps somebody else kind of trips some kind of trap and is just able to get away from it. You hear like a couple of shouts from behind as you traverse through here, but everyone is okay in the end. And yeah, you move away from the stream into this area of the forest, and yeah, nothing. You don't encounter anything else, just dense forest. But you've now travelled your full 8 hours, and it's around probably about 3 o'clock in the afternoon.
It's time to make camp. Get a good feed. Since we drank already.
Maybe I'll spend a few hours trying to find something that would help us stay dry overnight. Finding a bit more material that we can use for shelter.
What sort of material?
I'm thinking like any larger sort of branches or pieces of wood that we can use just to kind of, even if we just create like really, really makeshift lean-tos or something against the trees.
Yeah, I mean, you can do that a little bit. I mean, yeah, probably everyone is sort of looking for ways to shelter themselves, hoping that the rain will go away in the evening, maybe attempting to lean some leafy branches up against trees and things. But yeah, in general, you'll struggle to find that much material, I think, in the time that you've got.
Yeah, I'm not trying to get like enough for everyone, but just as much as I can in like 3 or 4 hours, maybe.
Okay.
Even if it's like just a couple of branches or something.
Yeah. I mean, the tribesfolk are definitely happy that you're giving them a hand. But otherwise, make sure you eat your 4 liters of water, so 2 water skins and 1... Oh no, you had...
We had
water at the Grimbower. So just your rations for the day.
Can I go hunting?
Yeah.
And can I try... I'll invite Jefferson to come hunting too. Or anyone else
Okay.
who wants to come.
Yeah, I mean, you can lead many of the tribesfolk on a bit of a hunting expedition. And Carly and Brond will go as well. Jefferson is keen to go with you. And so yeah, how long do you spend hunting?
Maybe like until it gets dark. So like until 7, so 4 hours maybe.
Okay. So until 7. Yeah, unfortunately, although you look long and hard, you're not able to catch anything. A couple of times you think you see something moving in the brush, but it seems like a lot of the animals have kind of been maybe looking for shelter to get out of the rain, or don't seem to be around here. Perhaps they're sort of staying away from this large group. And unfortunately, yeah, you're not able to catch anything. And some of the tribesfolk are successful in catching like a couple of small things, like maybe they just find like a couple of bush turkeys or something like that. But they're also kind of not particularly satisfied with the amount that they could find. You can keep hunting if you want, but then you would roll with disadvantage if you do find something. Especially because it's getting darker.
Yeah, alright. I'll keep hunting.
Okay. If you keep hunting even just for 1 more hour, let me see. Yeah, give me a perception check at disadvantage.
Can I use my +2?
What's the +2 from?
The big eyes?
Oh yeah.
Oh, sorry, I didn't do that at disadvantage.
Ooh, 8. Unfortunately, you come up empty-handed again.
Very well, very well. I will eat my dried out old ration.
I was going to ask Vindaros, do you want some oyster mushrooms instead? I might cook something up. They're going to go off in the next couple of days, so it might be good to use them.
If you're cooking, I'm not going to say no. I'm looking forward to the special of the day.
Soup of the day. I think that'll feed me and you then. Oops.
Fantastic.
All right. So it keeps kind of sprinkling throughout the night. So in order to sleep through this rain, you've got like, you know, you're trying to sort of lean things up against trees and things like that. But it's still going to be a little bit difficult. Some of you are getting drips on your forehead, having to shift around. The ground is getting a little bit wet. So give me a con save. But you can have advantage because of some of these shelters that you're able to kind of construct, and because it's not too heavy.
How would that work with my aura as well? That's what
Sleeping next to Vindaros.
Yeah, if you sleep near Vindaros, you
sharing
can,
the soup.
yeah, you can have the +3. Unless it says you have to be awake or you have to be conscious. Oh, okay. So the DC is, let me see. I'll say because it's a light rain, the DC is 11. So Twig, you are not able to get a good night's sleep and you gain 1 level of exhaustion by the morning.
Ugh.
Everyone else is okay. Maybe you're having nightmares about the hunting failure.
All I hear is rustling.
But everyone else is able to get an okay night's sleep. Some of the tribe are also pretty tired the next morning. Look pretty exhausted. But you're able to otherwise make it through the night, and you wake up the next day in the early hours of the morning and head off again.
Can I roll for my ring of palm flowers?
Sure.
Thank you.
What'd you get?
I got a strong sniff grants 3 temporary hit points.
That'll help.
Would anyone
Kind of.
like a sniff of this? I promise it won't be bad.
How stinky is it?
What
Twig?
is this?
It smells beautiful here.
Vindaros goes to sniff it and he snorts it up his trunk by accident.
Ooh.
So,
Oh, but how do you feel?
I think it's cleared my sinuses actually.
Oh, good.
All right. So you can head off again the next day into the forest. Which direction do you go?
I just had an image of Eyame doing his calisthenics, and now he's got a small group following as well, like leading.
Yeah, why
Doing
not?
morning stretches.
Yeah. We gotta get limber, you know? We gotta shake it all out. We gotta shake off the bad rest. I see some of you look a little rough. Let's do this.
What the
Not like-
pictures do.
Yeah, exactly. And at some points, I'll be like, You don't have a weapon, so just pick up a twig. This will work just fine. Not actual twig. Leave him alone. Leave him alone. Pick up a branch. Something. A stick. Let's do some lunges.
I have been called a weapon before, though.
You are twig. Yeah, I think we'll just keep heading southwest as far as we can.
All right. You continue on through here. You don't encounter much, just more of this forest. Again, it's getting a little bit warmer, so there's some more flowers and things. A bit more green in the forest. It was a pretty green and moist forest anyway, but yeah, these deciduous trees are sort of sprouting leaves and things. You do see at one point some squirrels kind of climbing up a tree, and maybe you can hear them kind of rustling around in the leaves. I don't know if you want to do anything about those squirrels. Twig, I know you were like trying to hunt.
Yeah.
Yes. Let's try and catch them.
Do.
Because I'm out of rations.
Oh yeah. Twig will try and get them.
I will assist if possible.
Vindaros might just remind Yao Mei that I'm actually holding some carnival rations
Oh.
that happened to fall into my bag along the way somewhere.
Well,
Feel free to ask for them if you need.
I think you should hold on to those for now, if you don't mind. I'm happy to take them off you, but fresh is best, you know?
Trust me, they're not going anywhere. They're at the bottom of my bag.
Great. As long as they're not near the bone saw and they're not going to get chopped up into little pieces, I think we're good.
That's not much, but it's some.
Thank you. I did forget. Since 2 days ago.
How do you go about trying to hunt these squirrels? Kind of climbing around in the branches.
I'm gonna try and I don't want to start a forest fire, so maybe I just try and ghost touch them.
Okay, give me a stealth check to see if you can sort of get close enough to them to target them with a ghost touch.
Okay.
If we can get any to fall out of the
range.
No, never mind. I was just going to say, if we can get one to fall out of the tree, I'm going to have a dagger ready to try and skewer it.
9. As you kind of approach one of these trees, you see like a squirrel like some way up the trunk of this tree, kind of like sitting there. You crunch on some of these leaves and things on the ground. It just looks over at you and just kind of like scampers up the tree around the other side of it, and you see it kind of run up the tree and up this branch, and then it like jumps over to this other tree, and you see like a couple of other squirrels up there kind of.
So many.
You can, as this creature is running away, let me see. You can make an attack if you want at disadvantage.
Ooh, okay.
See if you can hit one.
Okay. Okay, I'm gonna... Oh wait, but I have a level of exhaustion. Is that...
Yeah, how does exhaustion work? I forget.
Exhaustion. Disadvantage on ability checks. Oh, wait.
All D20 tests are -2 times the exhaustion. So it's -2 to the attack.
Okay.
Can I also try and throw a dagger and see if I can catch one?
You didn't say that you were with Twig, so I'm not kind of imagining that you were like hunting with Twig, because you would have needed to also
I
give
said
like
I wanted to help if I could.
Oh, did you?
And
okay.
I also said I was going to try and skewer one with my dagger if I got close enough, or if it like fell out of a tree.
Oh yeah, okay, my bad. I was probably reading something. Okay, give me a stealth check as well then to see how you go. Maybe you can kind of get a little bit closer to them before.
I'm so far away and I break a branch or something.
Yeah, but you can still make an attack at disadvantage. Twig the Ghost Touch also. It looks like you did Oh no, that was disadvantage. Okay, nice.
Yeah, no, wow.
14. Okay.
It's not the dagger dipped in poison. Just to be clear. I don't want to poison the squirrel, I want to catch it and eat it.
Both of you are able to kill a separate squirrel. How do you describe how you do that?
Twig, you first.
So, Twiggy's gonna like hold out his hand, and like you can see this like ghostly hand like shoot from it and like skewer this squirrel with his like pointed out with the pointer finger out, and the squirrel will just like freeze and like keel over and drop off the branch.
Maybe, yeah, you get it as it's kind of running along this branch, about to like follow its friends across to this other tree, like about to jump. It just falls off the branch. And maybe, go ahead.
No, go for it.
Yeah, maybe some of these other, maybe some of the other tribesfolk also kind of go like running after them, like running into the forest a little bit to see if they can sort of, find a place where they're not able to get away from them. But maybe they're not successful. Ultimately, they kind of come back like, nah.
I feel like I kind of take advantage of like Twig's success, and I'll just kind of crouch there where I gave myself away before. And I'll just watch one of the squirrels who's like frantically moving around, and just as it like slows down a little bit, take the dagger, just whoosh, flick it.
Like a dart.
Yeah, exactly like a dart.
Nice.
Just like skewer it against the tree somewhere.
I'll say that a squirrel... I'll say it's 2 rations. Why not? I don't know if it exactly makes sense in terms of like how much a ration weighs, but like I was saying last week, I feel like a sort of mechanical thing about exactly how the inventory works. So yeah, we'll say you've got 4 unprepared carnivore rations. So they won't last until tomorrow is the only thing.
I'm happy to give 1 ration's worth of squirrel to Retty.
Well, no squirrel for me, thank you.
You sure?
Pretty sure. Already ate anyway.
I thought that was yesterday. I thought you had the mushrooms yesterday.
No, we had some spare, so
Oh, okay.
I cooked up a little soup while you 2 were off hunting.
Okay.
I would have offered you some as well, but I didn't have much left over.
That's all right. I'm happy with my squirrel.
Secret soup.
Well, you guys haven't eaten for the day, have you? Yeah, so you'll need to like cook them up to eat them at some point. But yeah.
If we have, what time of the day is it, roughly?
It's still pretty early in the morning. It's the equivalent of 9 a.m.
Okay. And would these be able to keep until like the evening if we didn't cook them straight away?
Yeah, I think that's okay. They'll last that long.
Okay.
Just. Cool. You might start getting a little bit smelly.
Nah, you just cook that out. It's fine. I mean, I ate Grimbower fish. I don't think I can.
It's a delicacy in certain parts of the world.
Exactly. It was kind of fermented. It was nice.
But otherwise, you can travel southwest for another 4 hours. And let me see. Something happens with the weather. the weather gets a little bit worse. More clouds gather in the sky, and you can hear a bit of thunder and see the occasional flash of lightning through the canopy as the rain becomes heavier and more constant.
Quick question: Are
yep.
we in danger of being hit by lightning? Is that a mechanic in this game? Should we be trying to find shelter from lightning?
Surprisingly asked that question. I think Adrian's got the answer. He's been hanging for about 3 years.
Funny you should mention it. Pulls out a tome.
In Descent into Avernus, there was a certain area where there was like a possibility of rolling like snake eyes on 2d20s, I think it was, and then you would get struck by lightning. But no, not in this case, not really. Like, not unless... Yeah, especially not while you're in the forest.
Okay, cool. I didn't think so, but I thought I should probably check, just in case.
But as you continue on down here, you do begin to become a little bit uncertain about exactly which direction you're headed in. You can no longer hear the sound of the waves from the beach. So whoever's navigating needs to make a survival check.
Do I still have Leaf's help for this?
Yes, yes, you can roll with advantage.
Okay.
I was also going to say, do we need to do this now? Because this is our second hex for the day.
Yeah,
Or
I
will it just roll
actually,
into-
I actually messed up. I should have asked you to roll before we moved into this
Oh,
hex,
okay.
and I screwed up. And you know what? Because I screwed up, don't worry about it. We'll say that you are able to rely on Leaf
Okay.
to kind of get a sense that you're still going in the right direction. But as you come through this part of the forest, you can hear the sound of raised voices coming from up ahead through the trees. There
Does
sounds
it
like...
sound like... Sorry.
Go ahead.
I was just going to ask if it sounds like a familiar language.
I don't think so. No. But it sounds like pretty gruff. Sounds like some sort of arguing or something like that. But it doesn't sound like a large number of creatures. Just a few creatures kind of shouting at each other and talking in loud voices. The tribe at first doesn't hear this. They're all kind of walking along. You know, they can't really hear the sound of their footsteps and everything moving through the brush. Maybe it's actually... Like, who would hear this?
I got keen hearing.
Yeah, maybe... maybe you, Ayame, maybe you hear this first.
Can I smell anything? I also have a keen sense of smell.
Yeah, give me a perception check. And you can
I was
add
gonna
your +2 for smell.
Vindaros also has keen hearing. So can I assist with Eyame?
Yeah, I mean, you would also probably hear this sound. You can... Do you mean assist with smelling?
Well, he's also using this Mastiff as well, who has a very good sense of smell.
That's true.
And he uses telepathy to communicate with him.
Yeah, so your Mastiff is... I forgot about the Mastiff. Mastiff is running around, can kind of smell something. Probably like... Maybe doesn't bark, but sort of like backs up a little bit and kind of makes like a low
Sends a
growl,
message.
to let you know that there's something going on. So maybe you can... Yeah, both of you can give me a perception check and we'll kind of go with like Vindaros listening and Eyame smelling.
Okay.
Oh, that was so close to being a 20.
Okay. Let's go on a 5-minute break and we'll find out what happens when we get back.
Cliffhanger!
Smell some dinner.
I wonder if they smell stinky like burning insectoids.
I'm hearing the storm, but I thought for a second there it was like the one in Sydney.
It's so loud you can hear it while my microphone's muted.
Because there's a storm outside the window and also a storm in the soundtrack and also a storm that could potentially be coming through your microphone.
Yeah,
Three
I
storms.
think I haven't had much thunder for a little bit since after my internet went out. I had a big burst of it right before and then right after. I haven't had much since, but that doesn't mean it's not coming back. So, fair warning, if I drop out again, apologies in advance.
No worries. Yeah, hopefully we don't drop out as well. Okay, so, Ayame, you smell through the trees. Just a subtle smell of what you think is emanating from bones of some kind. It's very subtle, but you feel like they're very old bones. You just this, yeah, very old. The very old scent of death wafts through the trees, detectable only to you. And Vindaros, you are pretty certain that there are only maybe 2 or 3 individuals that seem to be having some sort of argument or debate, some kind of gruff discussion, but it's in a language that you don't know. You don't really hear much more than that.
Guys, I smell bones. They smell old.
I think there's about 2 to 3 voices I can hear.
Should we go see, or?
Yeah, I can send Leaf to have a quick look.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
Hmm?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Fly
flyby. Yeah.
Good idea.
Can I send Leaf?
Yeah, if you send Leaf some way ahead, kind of flaps through the trees. He can fly into a very small clearing, like only like a meter or a couple of meters wide, where there's just, really it's just more a gap between some trees. And you look through his eyes and you see 3 lizard folk standing around, pointing down at the ground, and then turning to each other and kind of arguing. And one of them sort of looks over as this bat perches on a branch for a moment, but then sort of thinks nothing of it and turns back, continues this debate. And you can see through Leaf's eyes that there appears to be some sort of hole in the ground that they're standing around arguing about, pointing into the hole. You can't see what is in the hole from this branch.
Do they have, is it like they have a camp set up at all? Or they just standing there?
Yeah, you don't see signs of a camp, just these lizard folk that are standing there with spears. They're just wearing kilts and basic kind of hide armor. One of them's got blue scales. There's a green scaled one and a black scaled one. And they've got some other possessions on them. Maybe one of them has a bag slung over its shoulder. But you don't see any evidence of a camp or anything, any extensive possessions. So you're not sure where they came from.
Does it look like they're gonna get into like a fist fight or something? Like,
No, you don't. It doesn't look like that.
okay, but they're like very animated.
Yeah, like pretty animated.
Okay.
Not like, yeah, they're not like getting up in each other's faces or anything, but they're just sort of like having a debate. They seem confused or unsure.
Okay, I'll let the others know. Maybe if we wait long enough, they'll leave, and we can find out what's in that hole.
Or maybe we just go talk to them and ask. Maybe we don't take everyone with us though.
That's true.
Maybe we just go.
That's true. That's true. They do have spears, but yeah.
Oh, we can take them if we have to.
Okay.
But we can be nice, non-threatening. We have been before.
Okay. Lead the way.
Follow and leaf.
Okay, and how do you move through the forest? Do you attempt to move quietly, or do you just sort of trundle through?
I don't know if we want to like scare them. Maybe we make a little bit of noise as we're approaching, but not like we're sort of running at them.
Yeah.
All right, as you walk through these trees, you hear them stop talking, and you can see through the trees that they've all, one of them's kind of standing there, holding its hand out in front of the other one, kind of going like shh, like looking through the trees in your direction, and one of them's kind of sort of peeking in through the trees. They're just kind of standing here in the rain as well. They don't seem to care about the rain. They're lizard folk. Maybe they quite enjoy the rain. And they kind of watch as you begin to emerge from the tree line, and all three of them kind of step back and take, a defensive stance, holding their spears down level towards you. And one of them shouts something out.
I don't know what you're saying. I say this in my own language. I'm not trying to communicate with them, but I keep my voice very level and calm. We're not here to hurt you. Who has the necklace?
Maybe Vindaros was wearing it last.
Vindaros, you want to talk to them?
Okay. Hello there. Hi.
The blue lizard folk turns to the black lizard folk and then looks back at you, and it's kind of like, you can speak our language. Stay back.
Yes. We mean you no harm. We are mere adventurers.
The green one's like,
They can see our weapons are sheathed. Double checks Eyame's. Yes, sheathed.
they sort
Got
of
my hands up.
Yeah.
back away a little bit further, like back up past the hole. One of them sort of like nearly steps into the hole and is like, kind of steps aside and backs up a bit. What do you want?
We're just making our way through our forest, and we
Your
happen to
forest?
notice
These
No,
are our lands.
the forest.
The forest. These are our lands.
And they're very lovely lands, I would like to say.
Thank you.
That's fine. Your
Don't trust
lands. So, you're not a huge fan of King Smorgon? He thinks it's his lands.
Ha! King Smorgon. Smorgon, Schmorgon. Wait, is that the same word?
Yeah, nearly.
We heard some a little disagreement that you had, and it drew our attention. What seems to be the problem here?
None of your business. Hey, maybe we could eat them. Shh.
Yeah, we can't eat that. Points down the hole.
Would you stop announcing your thoughts? Yeah, I think we can take them. There's only 4 of them.
What seems to be the issue with this hole? It's surprisingly random. Have it in the forest.
You can see evidence of like broken twigs and leaves and stuff around it. It looks like a pit trap.
Oh,
Do you step
Setting
closer
one
to
up,
try
or-
to see what's in it?
no, I think Vindaros is fairly tall. He's got a good like angle on.
I think where you are now, if
A bit far.
you still can't see in it, but
Okay.
but I'll say that you can hear something moving about in there, something kind of rattling, kind of clicking and clacking in there,
Okay.
and like thudding.
Oh, it appears to be something's got your attention in that hole.
Immortals fell in our trap. Yeah, we're not sure what to do with them.
What type of immortals are we talking about here?
Where are these guys from? They look pretty strange. Shh. I told you to shut up and let me do the talking. Immortals. You know, the never dying, the skinless,
Oh, interesting.
purple eyes, roam the forest.
Monkey looking, ape looking.
What is monkey looking? Yes, yes, exactly like that.
Yes, we came across our fair share.
Very dangerous.
We dealt with that one. Actually, I think we buried it. Can't recall. It was quite some time ago.
If you're translating, I'll say we have part
Yes.
of it. We have a head, don't we? Or something.
I have a
Twig?
bunch of bones from it.
Yeah. Some finger bones and toe bones
Set
and
of
stuff.
chimp phalanges.
You shouldn't
Oh,
mess
full
with the
hands.
immortals.
Yeah. And
They're nasty
dangerous.
folk. Are you trying to dispose of it?
Yes, not sure what to do. Yeah, it took me a long time to dig that hole.
Guys, what did we do with ours again? Did we burn it? I can't remember.
That's a very good question.
We did some whacking, some burning, bit of everything.
A bit of whacking.
They'll like indicate that you can kind of step a bit closer and have a look now, and so you can sort of like lean over and look down into this hole. It's like maybe like 4 meters deep. Pretty deep hole, and
I could just-
there's just 2 of these. Yeah, these like skeleton chimps with like purple eyes, sort of trying to like climb up and kind of bumping into each other and just like they kind of look up
That's
to you,
right.
up at you, and you feel this like fear go through your body as these like purple eye beams kind of
Yeah.
pass through you.
Yep, I know the kind.
Yeah,
How did we dispose of them again? I forgot.
Pile of bones buried.
Oh, it's like you got all the bones buried.
And then we stole its fingers.
And yeah, its skull. But I seem to have misplaced the skull.
Were you?
Oh yeah, did we?
Weren't you were with one of the Ketri at the time? Bickerchest, Bram Bickerchest.
Yeah.
Was he able to tell you something of the Immortals? I don't remember.
I have a feeling that he sort of relayed to us that if it had time, it would kind of put itself back together and just continue on, which is why we stole some of its bones.
Yeah, actually, I also think that you've heard of these creatures even in your homeland. Like you were told like horror stories about these things by your parents, and it's, you know, you're told not to go wandering off at night because the chimps might take you. And so, yeah, you know that they they can come back to life the next time the moon is directly overhead. And yeah, you think that it can be killed if its bones are destroyed or dispersed.
Oh, by the way, I'm Vindaros, and I introduce Twig, Yame, and Ratty. Do you need help with this little problem?
At this point, they're like backing away into the opposite tree line, and they're kind of like looking at each other, and they're like, the green scaled one's like, "You don't think we can take him, boss? We're outnumbered, and they look heavily armored. That one's got Suscan armor on it or something similar." Yes, let's just get the fuck out of here. Yeah, see ya. They turn around, like run into the forest. And you're just left by this hole with these two like just relentlessly trying to like climb up and like falling back down into this pit.
I think we need to dispose of these chimps, because if they get out, they're gonna run havoc.
Yeah,
Without
definitely.
What if we just bury him? Yeah? Yeah?
Can you just like
Oh yeah, I can do that.
More burning?
Yeah, but fireball.
I was
Fireball.
gonna say the same
Fireball.
thing.
Yeah.
In the hole.
It has four. Ooh, yeah.
Nice.
You cast this fireball directly into this hole. I'm like imagining it from down below, just like seeing this like tiny Tarsier folk just like
What I'm imagining is like it almost feels like a missile is kind of coming down to the chimps if they happen to look up and see it.
yeah, one of them can cast its purple gaze up at you as it is struck by this fireball that just fills the hole with red flames and smoke. I'm just curious to make a dex save. I mean, where are they? They can't go anywhere. They're just nice. Give me the damage for the fireball.
Ooh, okay.
Fitting.
Wow.
As the flames and the smoke subsides, although both of them look kind of charred, their bones are like blackened, they are still both alive.
Oh my god.
And they just look even more furious before, if that's even possible. And one of them stares up at you, Twig, and attempts to stare directly into your eyes. You just see these glowing purple eyes from this chimp like pass into you. So give me a wisdom save.
Ooh. I'm kind of impressed. Wisdom saved.
And you can +3 with that as well.
Oh, nice.
So,
And actually, this is a fear effect. So yeah, the encouragement. Nice.
What?
I just remembered it at the same time. Reddy's encouraging cave.
So, it's a 14.
14.
Thank you, friends.
Awesome. You're able to resist the terrifying terrifying, piercing gaze of this chimp.
I kind of. I think Twig is actually. He's quite impressed by these creatures. These weird undead creatures.
Immortals.
Yeah, immortal. And he's reluctant to destroy them, actually.
Twig, if they get out, they're gonna do some damage to the tribe. Just imagine what
But
we
they could be.
built.
They could be. We could try and befriend them, show them how to be productive members of society.
Can you imagine at the same time the monkeys is just going, the apes are just going crazy, still like,
Yeah, the whole time.
oh yeah.
There's no evidence that they can be civilized.
Their persistence is incredible.
Actually, you can hear the sound of chimps in your minds periodically as well, just echoing through your minds.
At this rate, I think they're digging the hole deeper. Moving down.
Maybe one of them jumps up and like pulls this big clump of earth out of the side of it.
I don't know, Twig.
If you guys really think so, I will do it. But the next ones that we run into, you gotta let me keep one. You gotta let me try.
Yeah,
Maybe if we find a little baby one.
Jefferson's probably standing some way behind you in the trees, like,
I don't know what the Silk's gonna say about that.
Oh, don't tell them. Don't tell them.
I wouldn't.
Okay.
We'll find you better minions, Twig.
Okay. 'Tis with a heavy heart that once again.
another fireball.
alright,
At least it is a glorious death.
this one is able to eliminate both of them, and they collapse at the bottom of this pit. But their bones are not destroyed, they're just like piles of bones at the base of the pit.
How deep's the pit?
4 meters.
Does anyone have any acid?
Oh, I thought you were going to keep the skull to replace the one you...
The thing is, I got rid of it because I think it was too heavy. They're
So when you say the bones destroyed, if they're displaced, is that destroyed? They're not in.
Yeah, you think, recalling the old stories, I probably should have given you a history check, but that, yes, destroyed or displaced.
Vindaros like to use his rope ladder to go down into the hole
Okay.
and just stomp on them. Use it to stomp, breaking up the bones.
Wait, will you save one for me? Just like an arm bone or something?
I'll just throw it up, yeah.
Yeah, great.
How do you anchor the rope ladder?
I'll hold it.
Oh,
I'll just get someone else to catch
I'm
the
sure
bone
there's
or something.
there's a tree.
Tree or something, yeah.
Okay, yeah, you can tie it around like a nearby tree. And
It is a 5 meter.
just stomp on them repeatedly. It's pretty hard to like break bones by stomping on them, I feel like. I don't
step with a
know,
little lever.
there's no meat or tendons or anything to protect them, they're just... Yeah, you can definitely like break some of them. They're definitely like, yeah, crunching and breaking under your stomping foot.
Dude.
Yeah.
would it be possible to get a pinch of bone dust?
I don't think you can create bone dust.
Okay.
I'm like,
Well,
you have a whole
maybe
bone.
as you're like stepping on some of the bones, like some dust would accumulate below. As some of them are kind of breaking and shit.
I'll take either.
So yeah, you can have some bone dust.
Thank you.
I was just thinking, like, I don't think stomping on them is going to like turn them into a fine powder exactly, but maybe a bit. But yeah, you've pretty well destroyed these bones, you feel, and you've kind of taken an arm and bits and pieces of them as well.
Okay. I'll climb back out and yeah, if possible, if it was loose, maybe kick some dirt back in to bury whatever's left.
Okay. You can do that.
Pick up the rope ladder. Okay, Twig. Next time, if you find one, a youngling,
Oh, okay.
you can nurse it. Shh.
Okay. Thanks, guys.
Wait, Junior.
Youngling. All right, but otherwise you've traveled 8 hours today, and if you kind of head back to the tribe to see what they're doing, many of them are sitting down and trying to find cover, but it's now like pouring with rain, and there's not enough shelter for everyone. What do you do? Last time we did a trip with the tribe, it rained as well. This makes it like way harder. I swear I didn't do this on purpose.
Vindaros still has that sail that you might want to set up as well. The 2x2.
Yeah, you can do that. That'll
Tie it off. Get
Shelter
some
a few.
cover. Shelter a few. It's not Hatalini. Maybe in also that time we had to set up camp, like collect additional firewood to burn.
Unfortunately, all of the wood is wet. Maybe if you spend extra time searching, you might be able to find some dry wood that's kind of, sheltered by trees and that sort of thing.
Yeah.
How much time do you spend searching?
How much time do we did we take up going to the lizard folk?
It's about 1 o'clock.
Oh, okay. If I know it's raining, we can do a max 4 hours. I would say
Okay.
4 hours maximum, because if it's going to be a wet night, yeah.
I could help.
Yeah.
Also search.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Maybe Farrick kind of lets you know, like, don't worry, I have everyone under control while you're searching.
If I want to look for like water, is that going to be like the same check? So, I mean,
What do you mean? But yeah, you can do that instead of looking for wood.
yeah, okay, I'll do that, I guess.
Okay. Oh, I see what you're saying. You want to look for both
Yeah.
at the same time.
Yeah, because I mean, it's not like you're gonna
Yeah.
come across and be like, no, I'm looking for firewood.
I don't see it. I'm only looking for firewood. I'll have to check this area later.
There was a whole lake over there. That's crazy. I was just picking up twigs, man. Not the actual twig. He's fine.
Yes, that's fine. You can do that. Okay, everyone give me a perception check who's looking for things. Although, Reddy, you don't find any water, unfortunately. Except for the water sort of pooling on the ground. And
I think I have to do
leaves.
this at disadvantage.
-2, I think. Twig.
Oh, sorry,
For
minus
exhaustion.
2. That's right.
Do I still roll a perception or?
Yeah, you don't. Well, if you're also looking for wood.
Oh.
Yeah, nice. Vindaros and Reti, you managed to find some dry wood, and maybe you have a few people helping you as well, like Bragoska and Warden and Lazarus, Carly. And everyone is able to sort of, search around. How long did you say you were looking for, Vindaros? 4 hours?
Hmm.
And yeah, you're able to bring back like enough wood to make like a couple of fires. It's not enough to keep the whole tribe warm. Maybe some of the other people are sort of searching around too. There's like 2 or 3 fires that you can light amongst the whole tribe, and it's sort of enough for like a lot of people to kind of crowd around and try to get some shelter, but it's still hard for everyone to be warmed sufficiently. But it is, again, like still a little bit warmer than usual, although the rain is making it kind of colder. But yeah, you're able to improve the situation somewhat. But
Now-
yeah, yep.
Oh. Would it be possible to ask a tribe member to turn my squirrel into rations?
That would usually be something that would be done during downtime.
I see.
But then again, let me see. Yeah, you need cook's utensils and proficiency with them. And yeah, I mean, it's like part of downtime. It'd take like a full day to do that.
What I was gonna suggest instead is if we cook all 4 rations of the squirrel, potentially we can swap fresh rations for one of the tribe members, like long life rations
Yeah, you can do that.
for tomorrow.
Yep.
If we each do that, then we get 1 carnival ration each.
Yeah, you can do that.
I'll just find someone and sit down and be like, do you want this? We can share.
Do we need to eat it?
Yes, we need to eat today.
Okay.
So we need to have at least one of the 2 rations
Okay.
from our squirrels.
Yeah, so, and 2 rations
Us.
for Vindaros and
I'll start
radio.
cooking our soup, I guess. Yeah.
Yep. Squirrel soup.
Mushroom soup. No
Mushroom
squirrels.
soup. Okay.
Hold
so
the squirrels,
who
yeah.
cooks the squirrels?
I'm happy to do it.
Okay.
Oh, I can multitask if you need.
It's alright, I got this one. It smells delicious.
No sharp utensils on the fire.
No. I'll be at a different fire. I don't want to
Okay.
accidentally infuse meat into Vindaros's ration. That wouldn't be very fair. I'll be nice.
All right. Yeah, so you can all eat and try to go to sleep. Everyone give me a con save for sleeping in the rain.
Con save, was it?
Con save.
Can I be using that sail? Sleeping under the sail?
Yeah. Yeah, actually, if you all sleep under the sail, then you
It's
don't.
big enough. It's 2 by 2.
Yeah. Many of the tribesfolk know that your energy is very important for protecting them and keeping them alive, so they're like not upset by you wanting to sleep under the sail.
Yeah, I guess, again, I think it's also... They probably recognise it was from maybe the ship even. Like it's probably something that can't really find or haven't seen. You know what I mean? Something that no, this actually belongs to them. That sort of makes sense.
Oh, like they kind of see it as like your sleeping area.
Well, I guess it's not so much like as in it wasn't like an item that we've taken from the tribe that we're using for ourselves.
Oh yeah, it's just a matter. It's just a matter of like all of these people kind of like while you're like under this shelter. But many of them would insist, like, you know, except for Farrick, maybe he's like, I believe that as the leader of as the head of the council, I should also be able to sleep under this shelter.
I guess as well, once on our watches as well, like another tribe member will come in, maybe not Ferric, to take up that dry spot for the next 2 hours.
Yeah, you can fit like a few people under there, that's fine.
Heaps of mice.
Alright, so if everyone sleeps under there, it's up to you whether you want to roll a con save, whether you feel you're sleeping under the sail or not. But the DC for the con save is 11, except for Twig. For Twig, it's 13. But you're all good. Except Ayame. So, Ayame, you failed the con save, but you can still choose to sleep under the sail, and we can forget that if you want.
Yes, please, because I rolled that preemptively. A little bit too early, for once.
Yeah, that's fine. Alright.
Jeez, I picked up on like that on the first session.
Picked what?
The
Sorry?
sail.
Oh, the sail. Yeah.
Yeah,
That was good fun.
it's continued to be useful. Just this scrap of sail. Alright. Everyone wakes up in the morning as the sun is rising, and it's still raining. But it begins to... The rain grows a little bit lighter, and you can see the clouds in the sky are starting to get less dense looking. But you can all wake up and pack everything up and continue on into the forest. Where do you go?
Southwest?
Yeah, I think keep heading in that direction. If I can use Leaf to roll my navigation check, I will do so now.
Yeah, you don't need to do that. You feel pretty confident in the direction that you're headed.
Okay, maybe I've like consulted Milo and Jefferson with the map and just kind of vaguely pointing, playing charades, like, think we're about here. Going this way? Yeah?
Are the hexes 5 kilometers diameter?
Yes. Yeah. Okay. So, travel for another 4 hours. And the rain is easing up quite a bit. As you're walking, it's getting lighter and lighter. You can see bits of the sky. At times the rain stops and then kind of starts again, but yeah, it's pretty light. And it's quite cold. It's only like, it's probably about 8 or 9 degrees. And as you walk through the forest here, you spot... I always want to see everyone's... There we go. This thing that's like broken. I used to have like a party overview that would show me everyone's like... Hold on. I can never remember who can... I think like Reddy's got like really good perception. Yeah, Reddy, you spot a raccoon. In kind of actually like scurrying along the ground and then kind of running behind a tree and kind of climbing up a tree.
Oh, how adorable.
What is it?
Oh, it's just a little raccoon.
Kill it!
Oh, if you must.
Could be more food. We should try and get it.
Do you try to attack it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me see. It's
Very ready.
Nature is beautiful. Throwing a dagger.
it's raining lightly. Probably not heavy enough to like conceal any of the sound of you walking around. Oh, Twig, did you do the ring of palm flowers again?
I did. It will cause unconsciousness if sniffed.
Okay. Here, Raccoon, smell this flower. Okay, whoever is trying to hunt this raccoon, give me a stealth check as you try to get close enough to it to attack it.
I've
Do you
regained.
want to do this together again?
Yes, go team.
Okay.
Okay, but
Let's do
both of you
this.
roll separately.
Yep.
Okay. And I have gotten rid of my exhaustion. Hey.
Yes.
Good. Okay.
I did not do well.
Okay. Stealth.
Nice.
What did I get?
20.
Oh, it's not showing.
I can see it.
Okay.
I don't know. Yeah, maybe try scrolling down. I'm sure you tried that. Okay, Ayame, you spook this thing as the two of you approach it, and it's pretty much the same as the squirrels. It begins like kind of climbing up this tree on the other side of it and trying to get away. Both of you
Maybe
can
I,
try
like-
to. Yep.
Maybe I kind of veer off and I'm like a distraction because I'm too noisy. So it's kind of heading more in Twig's direction.
Yeah, you can kind of scare it a little bit in that direction. If you want to still try to attack it, roll with disadvantage. But Ayame, you can also add a -1, and Twig, you can add a +1.
Ooh, so disadvantage +1.
Yep.
Okay.
-1.
You throw your dagger and it just like just strikes a branch and just like sticks in this branch. It's like fairly high up. It's going to be like a bit difficult to get it back again, but Twig is able to kill this thing with a ghost touch. It falls out of the tree and just thuds into the ground.
Good going, Twig.
That
was a
thing's
great
pretty
distraction.
big. That's probably like... I'll go with, I don't know, 3 rations. 3 unprepared carnivore rations.
Nice. Well, I guess I gotta go try and get my fucking knife back.
I'll help you, like, I don't know, up into the tree somehow.
Or maybe I'll help you up into the tree and just maybe I'll beg you to help me get my dagger back.
So you, after that, you can continue on. But you enter this area of the forest where the ground is like very moist and muddy. It's almost bog-like. You can see like kind of puddles and pools of water on the ground from the rain, even though after about an hour traveling, the rain actually does clear up. And it gets a little bit lighter as you move towards midday. But this terrain is kind of difficult to trudge through, and it slows everyone down. And you're able to move probably, you think, like about like half the speed slower again. So instead of 4 hours, it'll be like 6 hours to get directly through this hex unless you like go around it, essentially. So you can either continue on southwest or you can try to go around this hex in order to travel at a faster speed.
Yeah, maybe we should go northwest or south.
I go northwest.
Okay, northwest.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Alright, so you kind of avoid this boggy, marshy area. And head northwest. And as you're traveling along towards... you begin hearing the sound of the waves again. But before you actually reach the beach, some of the tribe folk kind of call out to you. Maybe Lazarus comes running up.
I think I see something.
He like points through the trees like towards this swampy area, and you can see that in this muddy area there is what looks like a small creek that is running towards the beach. And stuck in the mud, just sort of on the bank of this creek, there are, you can see something stuck in the mud, 2 objects. And as you sort of go to see if you can get a closer look at them, you can see that it looks like they are 2 leather boots just stuck in the mud. And they have sticking out of them what appear to be the charred remains of leg bones. And they're steaming. They look kind of blackened, and there's like steam coming off of them. You also see lying next to them in the mud what looks like a pretty large sack, or like a haversack. It looks like it's maybe quite full of stuff. And all of these tribesfolk sort of stand around, looking at each other like,
Do
Do you think?
Jefferson's like,
I don't think that could be something useful in that haversack.
I think there could be.
Did I do this?
Was it from the lightning?
I really want some free stuff.
Yeah. Let's get it.
How far away is it, like, inside this marshy, boggy area?
maybe like 8 meters.
Okay. Ooh.
I can ask my my mastiff to go retrieve it.
Are you okay with potentially losing him if something goes wrong?
Oh, he's a good boy. I'll just summon him again. But we'll leave Ankti. Ankti can hold, like, just rest up on my shoulder.
Yeah, good idea. Very smart. Definitely don't want to risk losing one of our friends.
She's like a kick-ass mouse folk female warrior.
Hell yeah.
In like that same size proportional armor.
Oh,
I love her already.
are there any? Oh, sorry.
So even though Ank is up on his shoulder, Vindaros is still a bit like, oh. Like you're still trying to get used to the whole mouse thing.
You know what they say about mastodons and mice, huh?
Yeah.
So I might ask my mastiff to retrieve that sack.
Okay.
Storm is back.
As your mastiff heads over through this kind of sludgy, murky ground towards this little creek, where these 2 boots are stuck in the ground, all of a sudden you hear this loud croaking sound coming from just a few meters to the right of the Mastiff. And then you hear more croaking coming from the left and a little bit further on past where the boots are. Just this like... And all of a sudden, you see like a little bit of movement in the mud. And a flash of some sort of small red creature, and this jet of flame just comes like flying out, like just streaming out of the ground, of what appears to be the ground from where you are, and just like envelops your Mastiff. So, let's go over to a battle map.
Oh.
So, let me see. I'll put all of you guys down. And what do we got? There's so many of us. Leaf. Milo. And everyone else in the tribe sort of backs away. You know, like, holy shit! They're all kind of standing, you know, like back here. This is the tribe, like kind of standing back among the trees, like, whoa! And it's starting to get marshy from around here, I suppose. Maybe I'll move you back a little bit so you're a bit closer to them. Put yourselves where you think you would be in like this area. And let me see, where's your Mastiff? I have a Mastiff. Yes. Okay. Mastiff is somewhere in here. And I'll just add a few more trees. Gets like pretty dense over here.
And how wide was this marshy area?
So the marsh, the whole area is just sort of muddy, and sort of it begins to get kind of muddy like pretty close to where you are. So from like along around here, so it'll be like difficult terrain from around there.
Yeah.
And there is this creek. Maybe like here. Just a small kind of stream running through here. And these boots are like... Yeah, the boots are... Well, what did I say? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So the boots are like here. The boots in the backpack. And you also think you can make out what looks like a spear. Like lying in the mud as well. Hold on. There we go. And what these things are, as they begin sort of hopping about, they look like these like red-colored like toads. Toads or frogs.
Cool.
And Ayame, you see one of them like jump out from sort of behind this tree and begin like hopping towards you. Or perhaps it sort of emerges from the mud. And you can just hear them like croaking and jumping about. So we'll roll for initiative. As they begin like moving towards the Mastiff and also towards you. Okay. And I'm thinking also that you are potentially surprised by this. So, let me just look up my constantly changing surprising rules for surprise. What I'll do is I'll make a stealth check with one of these fire-breathing frogs. And if this beats your passive perception, oh, you should be fine. What's the mastiff?
Right.
Passive perception is probably pretty good. 13. Okay, I don't think anyone is surprised. Alright. Let me roll these. How is it already selected that frog?
Are you planning to keep one twig?
And I was going
Yeah.
to say that we should do your mouse folk sidekicks on your initiative, but I'm realizing now that in order for... Yeah, maybe I'll remove them from the initiative order and we'll just do them at the same time as your turn. Where are they? Anki. Oh, I feel a little bit bad because I kind of took the advantage of having Ankti come early. Oh, yeah, and Jefferson. But yeah, I think that'll just make it a little bit quicker. Okay, so it looks like the... Oh, what is the deal here? Why is it... I must have accidentally pressed, like, start combat. Where are we? Where is the Mastiff? Okay, Mastiff. What does the Mastiff do?
Is it okay? Is it still alive after that? If one of the frogs had attacked it with fire?
So the attack of fire. Yeah, let me see. Give me a dex. Give me a dex check with the Mastiff, and we'll see if it can sort of avoid this like pre-combat attack. I'll do it that way because this frog is sort of jumping out and shooting this jet of flame at it. Oh yeah, you can't control it. Sorry, my bad. Give me a second. There you go. Should work now.
Yes. Okay.
Nice. Yeah, so just a dex check. And if you can beat 18, then you can avoid this attack.
Oh, 18, jeez. That's good.
Or if you can beat 18, then it'll... Yeah, okay. Alright, so it will essentially get a pre-combat action against the Mastiff, but then it will have used its action already. So... Let me see. I haven't really specified how far these things... Let me see. A jet of flame, I think actually... Yeah, give me a saving throw. I say a save. Probably a dex save.
Yep.
Robert.
Oh.
6. Okay.
Ooh.
That sounded like
So just 9 fire damage. Oh!
That's the exact amount.
Kills the Mastiff. Okay, and it has used its action. I'll just put reaction used, just so I remember that when it gets to its turn, it's already used its action. And the Mastiff just sort of disintegrates into dust that blows away on the... or sort of drifts away over this this murky, marshy area. Ayame.
So, we just watched a really sad sight. Just to be certain, if I moved up to here, that's the edge of the marsh. Is that right?
Yes. So from there, it'll be difficult terrain.
Okay. But I can step on, and I should be fine. It's just I move slower, right?
Correct.
As far as I know.
As far as you know, you can use an action to sort of investigate more closely if you want to make sure that it's safe before you do so.
No, I'm going to stay there, and I'm going to hold my action. So if anything gets within range, I will attack.
All right.
And I've got my sword of vine and bone.
Okay. This frog over here is going to sort of leap over here. Just kind of bounds through this mud, just splashing it all over the place. These things are like pretty big, actually, for like a frog. Maybe like a meter in size or something. Or no, that's not right. I don't know. Like like half a meter in size. And it is going to... it's just going to actually keep bounding towards you. And it is just like running towards Vindaros. Okay, Leaf.
Okay, Leaf. Leaf is gonna try and do a flyby for this guy.
Okay.
So it's a Dex.
Yep. Just a Dex. Contest.
Check.
Ooh, you gotta beat 18.
Oh no! Leaf, no!
This long, sticky, slimy-looking black tongue just like comes out of this fire-breathing frog's mouth. You do still manage to get the help action on it, as it's like thoroughly distracted by this bat. But as you try to fly away, it will attempt to attack you with its tongue. Oh, it hits.
Oh, it got me. Yeah,
It takes Leaf out.
I'm gone.
Just like whacks Leaf directly in the face. Leaf just goes like smashing down into the bog, like, and then kind of disintegrates. Like.
Oh my god, 2 in a row.
Yeah.
Guys, this is rough already.
Okay, this frog over here is going to jump around this tree, and it's going to come over to here, and it opens its big maw. I don't know. It's not really a maw, is it? What's a frog mouth? It opens its big frog mouth, and it is going to blow a stream of flame at Ayame.
Ow.
Goodness.
Ooh, can't hit anyone else. Okay. So give me a dex save.
Okay.
DC 12. Nice. You're able to... It's like fire. I think you're going to take probably half the damage, I think, from this.
That'll be fair.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, I'd say so. I mean, if I've got my shield up to protect me, it'd kind of come around the heat still, right?
Yeah. So just three fire damage.
Okay.
And he's dead. Okay, Vindaros.
Okay, Vindaros. Oh, Yame, did you want to use your mouse cloak as well on your turn?
Oh yeah, I completely forgot about that. Would I be okay to move?
Yeah, you can do that. Yeah.
Cool.
I'll go back for it. Go back.
I'm so sorry.
That's all right. Hold on. I will. Where's Milo? Oh,
Milo's right behind me.
actually, I think I can just change. Yeah, free movement. There you go.
I reckon I would just kind of have him sort of be over here. Maybe behind the tree a little. Kind of ready to rush up if he needed to. Can he also hold an action?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just with his dagger or
Yeah.
short bow? Okay.
Actually, you know what? No, I didn't realize he had a short bow. I haven't checked his character sheet.
Sorry. I don't know if you've
That's
ever
my
controlled a NPC before.
No, I have not.
If you double click on it and then go to the features tab, it'll show you what he's got. Bronze dagger, short bow, and this squeezer feature is not really going to be that useful.
Oh, well, I didn't realize he had a short bow. What I might do is get him to try and fire.
Okay,
If that's cool.
of course.
At the closest one to him, which at the time would have been the one right in front of me.
All right. Yeah, you can probably lean around that tree and do that.
Oh, there we go.
Nice, that's a hit.
Yes.
Okay. 6 piercing damage as this flint arrow just like lands in its flesh, and it's just kind of sticking out of the side of this frog as it's just sort of like lets out this loud like burp of pain.
Perfect.
All right, Vindaros.
Okay, Vindaros, can I move Ankti towards me? I sorry, I didn't realize she was up there.
Yeah,
She was
that's
like
alright.
sitting on my
Yeah, if you want
shoulder.
to start it. Oh yeah, true. That's true.
So what I might do is Vindaros will actually step forward into this position.
Just keep in mind that you'll have disadvantage on melee attacks because Ankti's on your shoulder.
Okay, can I get her to scurry down? Would you say that's before I move forward?
Oh yeah, I guess you can mix your turns because her turn is on your turn as well. So yeah, she can use half movement to dismount the Macedonian.
Okay. Yeah, and then Vindaros will attack.
All right.
Use his bonus action, Divine Favor.
Okay.
Cast that and attack the first fire-breathing frog. He would like to. He hasn't used it yet. The Grudge Keeper.
Oh,
I
nice.
don't believe I've used it. So yeah, his first attack with it. Yeah. Oh, sorry, I forgot what my Divine Favor was. 1d4. Oh, sorry, that's just the normal roll. It's the damage. It's the 1d4.
That's definitely a hit. Nice.
Cool.
You just put your spear like right through the body of this thing. It's sort of
Yeah.
its scaly, sort of hard skin like deflects the spear somewhat, so it's not able to like pierce it right through its body, but it just scrapes along the side of it and just causes this big like wound in its abdomen.
And definitely going for a second attack.
All right, and it's looking bloodied.
13.
13 hits.
Nice. And again.
How do you slay this first fire-breathing frog?
Through like the gullet of the frog as it's like opened up. It's like, and just like through the top lip, through its eyes.
Nice. And when you do that, maybe it attempts to like blow fire at you, but you kind of putting your spear into it just makes it like it kind of erupts, and this flame just like blows itself up. Basically, it just goes up in flames on the end of your spear.
Cool. And I'll get Ankti to fire. Use her crossbow on. That's
All right, with advantage.
code there. Okay, crossbow. Oh, short bow. Oh,
That's enough to hit.
nice.
Nice.
7 piercing, and I'll get it to scurry behind ready.
All right.
So that's there.
So, oh yeah, sweet. I was thinking
Okay.
because they're small, she might have like 5 meters movement, but I seem to recall that like mice move like really quickly, so I gave them like 6 meters. So that's all good.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Okay.
Squeezing between the Reddy's legs, the gap. Using that squeezer feature.
Nice. All right, Twig.
Okay. Twig is gonna fight fire with frost. And he's gonna bring out his ice knife. Or he's gonna bring out his staff. And it's gonna attack. Oh wow.
Which one were you attacking?
Oh sorry, I was gonna attack this one.
Okay. But it can still do damage, right?
On a hit or miss. Yes, that's true. The target in each creature within 1 meter on a dex saving throw.
Okay, so do a couple of dex saves. So the second one fails.
All right.
Okay. And is it just save or suck? Yeah, okay.
Mhm.
So this one takes 10 cold damage.
Sweet.
And it just almost kind of slows down and kind of seems to be struggling to move as this like frost like creeps over its body after this kind of ice shards like kind of hit it. The one to the north of it sort of jumps out of the way of these shards as they sort of erupt between the two frogs. Like, it manages to escape the shard.
Nice. All right. And then Jefferson is going to come here and aim his short bow at the one that got hit with the shard.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll see if I can finish it off.
Yeah.
Yep. Ooh. This arrow just like goes like straight into this frog's throat. And as it's kind of breathing and this blood is like coming out of this wound where this arrow is, this flame, like it attempts to like breathe fire, and flame comes both out of its mouth and like out of this hole, and like lights up this like arrow that's like sticking out of it, and it's kind of like but it's like still alive as this thing is like burning in its face. And it looks like it's just hanging on, like it's at the edge of death, you think.
Excellent.
Ready.
Ready will start moving towards that one. He might move here. And Flint, in the meantime, will fire an arrow at that one that's bloodied.
All right.
Go, Flint. Attack. Oh,
Oh,
Flint.
misses. This Anything else?
I think Ready will ghost touch the same one.
Okay.
Is this next space difficult terrain?
Yes.
Okay. So that will ghost touch that one.
This one still? Did you mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, this ghostly hand passes through it, and this fire that it's kind of coming out of it as it's breathing, just in these like short bursts, like burning this arrow in front of it. It just, as this like ghostly hand passes through it, the fire just goes out, and the frog also goes out, like falls into the mud, it keels over, dead.
I want to make it a zombie frog.
Whoa. Cool.
You can see these you hear like sounds of protest from behind you in the crowd.
Okay.
There's these two hoplites that are standing here next to Ismail. You can't do that.
I cut off the magic as it begins.
So what does it let you do? It's a reaction.
Wow.
Interesting.
That's so strong.
Oh yeah, right. So it's reacting to it actually dying. Oh man. Ah, damn, I feel like I've ruined your fun. I've already put these tokens down.
I'll do it when they're not watching. That's Reddy's turn, I think.
All right. They see this this magic streaming out from you, but then you kind of like let it drop. If I had read the feature, I wouldn't have done that. But anyway, too late. I don't want to retcon it now.
Oh, good.
Okay.
Oh, wait, Flint's might move, actually, as
All
well. He's just going to move, like, here.
I don't know what's going on with the movement. Can everyone else see that? It's pretty cool. Haywire.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right, that's it.
I haven't updated Foundry like for months now, so I don't know why anything would change. But anyway. Okay, this frog back here is going to come bounding through the mud in this direction. And it'll then kind of come through here, I think. Yeah, it just like stops here and kind of breathes in. You see its like cheeks like puff out as this like steam starts to like come out of its nostrils and build up around its mouth. It opens its mouth and you can see this like red flame building in its gullet. This one here has used its action. And so it's just really going to move down to here and also kind of begin like flaming up. Yao Mei.
Seeing Vindaros go into the marsh and not have that much going on, issue-wise, I'm going to step in.
All right.
And I'm going to attack with my sword. Sadly, can't be my fire sword.
I just realized that those tokens were yellow, so they might be, what do you call it? Neutral. So were you able to see that they were dead?
Yeah.
I could see.
The frogs.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, you could. Okay.
Yeah.
So,
I just stepped up because Reddy is right next to me. I didn't want to cut him off from doing what he wanted to do, so I just stepped straight forward
sweet.
instead of to the side.
That's a hit.
And that's... I've got versatile damage there, which I think is for Nature's Wrath.
No, I think that's probably just for... Because it's a longsword, I think, so that'd just be if you're using two...
Oh, it's two-handed.
Because this adds... Yeah, the regular damage includes the poison.
Okay, sweet. What I might also do is use one of my superiority die. Just give me 1 second. Sorry, Foundry's a little slower than I want it to be.
No worries.
So I'd like to go for a fainting attack, which means I can increase the damage on this roll.
Do you need to say that before you make the attack?
That's what I'm trying to check. It just says... Oh, sorry, that's not correct. That's for the next attack roll against that creature. So yeah, I'm going to go for it. It's not going to affect the damage on this roll.
Okay.
And then I'll try
Next attack roll. Okay, sweet.
Yeah. So just announce it. Yeah. And then I'll do the damage.
All right. Still alive.
And then I'll
But
try and
bloodied.
hit again. Yes. So if this attack hits, then I get to add extra damage.
All right. Yep, that hits.
I'll check what the extra damage is. Okay, so I need to roll for that separately. Just give me 1 second. Superiority die is a D8. Okay,
I think
cool.
it's in
So I need
the.
to add.
It's in. It should be that other formula. Yeah. Sorry, I think I just
Yeah,
rolled. I
perfect.
think I just rolled it for you.
That's fine.
Oh no, that
works.
wasn't me because I don't have you selected.
No, it seems to. It showed up on the thing as me. Maneuver, fainting, attack, other formula, 1d8, 2. So, looks like it would have been a total of 8 damage.
Did you, just out of curiosity, did you click the other formula button?
Nope.
Okay,
I
yeah.
did not.
So I rolled it for you.
Yeah,
So you
which is
can
fine.
roll it again if you like. It's up to you.
No, that's alright. I'll take it.
Okay. Oh, 8 is exactly enough to kill it. How do you kill it with these like 2 attacks and this fainting attack?
So I guess the first one, I kind of like stutter in my attack and I like almost like I'm going to back away. And then I come forward again for my second attack. So like hit it, kind of flinch, but then sort of lunge forward when it's like starting to calm down. And I want to do the same thing. I want to go straight through the back of its like mouth and just kind of all the way in.
All right.
Even get my arm in there a little bit.
Maybe as
wiggle
you
it
kind
around.
of faint, it sort of like almost lunges forward and tries to like hit you with this like long tongue, like, and it's kind of overextended itself. It's looking in this direction as you're able to sort of jump to the side then and kind of just, and it also like erupts in flames as you end its life.
And I guess I will. I'll stay where I am, but I'll get Milo to sort of run in this direction, and he can stay at the edge of the bog.
All right.
Actually, maybe
Vindaros.
he'll go one more. Okay.
Angelo.
So Vindaros is just going to stare down that frog and just V-line straight towards that frog, and just saying, "That was my dog," and just attack it with his spear.
Get your hands off my dog.
That was my dog. And as he's done that, he actually wants to activate his vindictive grudge
Okay.
feature on the spear. On that.
Nice.
So it says
Hopefully
when the
this,
hit.
this fire-breathing frog doesn't escape. You
Yeah.
have to chase it through the swamp.
Yeah. Or else I'll be meditating for 3 days. So in saying that as well, that enforces a automatic crit hit.
Like when you do it?
Yeah. So that's when you hit a creature.
When you hit a creature with the spear, you can form a grudge against the creature which lasts until it's been reduced to 0 hit points. After you form this grudge, the creature takes an additional 1d6 psychic damage whenever you hit it with a spear. I feel like I didn't intend for it to be on. It's got to be like a subsequent hit.
Once per long rest, you can choose. Oh yeah. So once per long rest, you can. Oh, the next one. Varaka's Revenge. Once per long rest, you can choose to guarantee a critical hit with the spear when attacking a creature you hold a grudge against.
Oh yeah. Yeah, but you got to form the grudge first. So it's like.
That's okay.
Maybe I haven't worded
So-
this very clearly. Also, I was looking at this 1d6 psychic damage because I feel like that's also after you form the grudge. So it's like you can't just do it on the first. It's got to be like a follow-up attack that you do it.
Okay, so the first attack will be that grudge.
Yep.
Let's create that grudge.
Yep.
So
Maybe
then,
I'll fix up the wording of that and make it a little bit clearer.
yeah, no worries. The damage.
All right.
It's 12.
Still alive. I didn't want it to die because I want to see the grudge.
No, I'm like, why has Vindaros meditating for 3 days? He's trying to get rid of it.
Fucking frog. Killed my dog.
So now, Baraka's Revenge.
Right.
It
Okay.
just says once per long rest, you choose to guarantee a critical hit with the
Yep.
spear.
Yep. And the creature takes an additional 1d6 psychic damage.
Oh yeah, I didn't do the
As-
1d6 before,
that just
actually.
happens. That just happens automatically.
Sorry, that was the previous one.
Oh, the extra d6.
Yeah.
Okay. Still alive.
So do I need to roll an attack if it guarantees a critical hit?
Yes. Oh no, sorry, no. It's just automatically a crit. So
Yeah.
you automatically hit, and so basically you can roll damage and you can add the d6, and if you hit the crit button, it'll double all of it, including the d6.
Yeah.
This frog might survive.
Oh, sorry. I'll put...
It is looking terrified.
Ooh.
It's not quite dead, I'm just kidding. How do you absolutely obliterate this frog?
He's just coming in. He's like, that was my dog! And he just, with his spear, just stabs through the top of its head into the ground and, like, buries it. And
Nice.
it just... Yeah.
Just buries it in the mud, and then it kind of like explodes with this like flame, but because it's under the mud, it just causes this kind of like of mud. And there's just this like pocket of smoke comes out like
And there's, you see this, like, sense of relief from Vindaros. The grudge is no longer.
the first grudge you formed was against a frog.
Frog in the swamp.
Or a dog, mind you, just
Broggett's
to really
over here.
complete this.
It's like,
That was
oh,
my
dear.
dog.
Oh dear.
And it also kill Leaf as well. I won't forget that.
Oh yeah, true.
And get Ankti to fire her short bow at the last remaining frog.
All right. That's a miss.
Okay, and just scurry back. Enter.
All right. Twig.
Is it okay if Jefferson goes first?
Yeah. Yeah, you can
Okay.
like mix the turns up.
Sweet. He's
Also,
gonna
what are you
fire.
concentrating on?
Being awesome. No, I don't know. I don't know.
Oh, it's summon undead. I'll
Oh,
remove
okay.
it.
Thank you. He's
Surely you don't have
gonna.
to concentrate on being awesome. It's just natural.
Okay. 16.
Yep, 16 hits.
Yeah.
It's kind of like pushed backwards in the mud a little bit as this arrow just.
The twig is gonna step in and ring some dolorous bells. Oh, okay. So he's
Wisdom save.
gonna, need a wisdom save. Woo-hoo-hoo.
Nice.
Okay, and so it's already damaged. So,
Mhm.
yeah, 2d12 because I'm at level 5. Okay, yeah. Yeah.
Sick. All right. How do you kill this?
Oh, okay. He sends this like dolorous bell energy, and once it hits the frog, you can see it sort of reverberating in his brain, and so his eyes go back and forth and back and forth and back and forth until it looks like he has some sort of implosion in his brain and collapses in a pile.
Nice. Maybe just like blood comes out of its eyes and it just falls flat into the mud. All right.
Yeah.
Nice. Yes, I feel like we haven't had combat in ages.
Yeah, that was fun. Fire frogs.
Fire frogs. Let's get that bag that we paid very dearly for.
Yeah.
Oh, leaf,
Or leave
mastiff.
an unnamed dog.
We will remember them.
Okay.
I will quietly sing Sarah McLachlan to myself.
So there is a flint spear lying in the mud, which is in like reasonably good condition. You can see like a couple of like singed and torn pieces of cloth lying around. Yeah, it just looks like whatever this creature was incinerated. And you can pick up this haversack and have a look inside. And let me see, what do you find? You find in here some a little bit of food, some skunk cabbage, a couple of skunk cabbages, and some licorice root, and maybe four herbivore rations. And you also find a small vial of ink. And a large obsidian rock. I feel like somebody needed one of those recently. Whoever this is, they appear to have one on them. And let's see. You can also find it. There's like a bedroll strapped to this backpack, and let me see. There's some like candles, some wax candles, 4 wax candles, and a healer's kit.
Ooh.
If we look at that, how many charges does it have left out of the 10?
10.
Cool.
Full healer's kit. And let me see if there is, if there are any money, any valuables in here. Yes, there are. Okay. Nice. You find also 17 copper. And 51 silver. Let me just note this as well. 17 copper, 51 silver pieces, and you find some gems as well in a pouch. Some hematite gems, worth 30 gold pieces, you estimate.
Is someone putting this in their inventory?
I'm writing it down currently, but I'm not adding anything just yet.
Okay.
I've got the full list.
I can start with the money. That's because
And
Just to
everything?
confirm, did you
Yep.
say how many skunk cabbages were in there? That was the first thing you said, but I didn't get a number.
2.
2. And was it 4 licorice roots as well?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Okay, so what I've got listed, 2 skunk cabbages, 4 licorice roots, 4 herbivore rations, a small vial of ink, 1 piece of obsidian, 4 wax candles, a full healer's kit, 17 copper, 51 silver, which I think Vindaros said he took. Angelo said he took that. And then some hematite gems worth 30 gold.
and a bedroll.
And bedroll. Did you want to take the gems as well, Vindaros?
Yeah, that's fine. I'll also add the herbivore rations. Just be easy. I can just add them. Or
Cool.
the gems. Yeah.
Reti, you seem to be the vegetarian cook of the lot. Did you want to take the cabbage and the licorice root, maybe? I don't know what the
Yeah.
licorice root is for, whether it's like a component or a food item, but
I'm sure I can use it to spice something up.
cool. So that's those taken. So we've still got a vial of ink, which I assume Reti or Twig would probably benefit from over anybody else.
I can add it. I have one already.
Okay. Easy. And a piece of obsidian. Did someone actually need that?
I did, but I don't think I do any more.
Do you want to take it anyway?
I
Or
don't need it too, otherwise I'll just have it.
No.
Cool. Now I have 2 pieces of it.
oh, aren't you a lucky
Spoiled.
Archelon? 4 wax candles and the healer's kit. I don't think I can take the healer's kit because I don't think I've got enough space.
We need stuff.
So someone else will have to take that.
Is there just 4?
Yeah, I can hold that. That's fine. But do you have one on you though?
I do, yes. I've got 6
Okay,
charges
cool.
left in the one I currently have. And there's 4 wax candles.
That's
I
fine.
don't-
I can add that. That's easy.
Yeah. And then the final thing was just a bedroll. Do we want to take it? Do we want to give it to someone else in the party?
Give it to the tribe.
Yeah, cool. Alright, I have a full list. Is it easier if I type this and send it to you on Discord?
I've already added.
Cool.
What I...
I've added mine. It's all good.
Cool.
Thanks.
Alright,
Oh,
so just
oh,
the
oh.
bedroll.
And the flint spear to the party.
I just want to put that in the
tribe.
In the tribe. Okay.
Yeah, and maybe
So-
someone.
Sorry, go on.
Maybe someone would like a new pair of boots we can clean out.
Well, Twig does like the death smell.
Would the boots fit me?
I think the boots are a bit big for you. But you can, well, generally you can like take an object like that. I was thinking after we had the situation where we had to kind of cut the sword down for Jefferson, that you can generally go to like a tradesperson and have them like resize, or if you have the tools to do it, you can resize something. But I don't know if Jefferson doesn't think there's likely to be anything like that ahead, although he doesn't know that you could encounter a community of some kind that might have somebody that can do that. Well, there is like Warden could maybe, I don't know, how do you resize? Can a person even resize boots?
No idea.
I feel like Warden, like, he works with leather. He could be like, oh, he like sees you holding them, he kind of comes over. I always forget what Warden is.
Stoat?
Yeah, he's like some kind of stoat. Specifically a mongoose folk. Yeah, he kind of sees you like looking at these boots. He's like, "Oh, if you like, I could probably take the leather from those boots and take them apart and create some new shoes for you, Twig."
Oh, thank you, Warden. That's very nice. I mean, I don't know if I need boots, but yeah, unless someone else wants these boots.
That's true. It might make it difficult for you to climb.
Yeah, I do like a good grip, good toe grip.
Yeah, you have like kind of pretty big toes, like almost like
I was
fingers.
going to say, maybe custom boots that look like a glove for your feet.
Oh, shoes!
Each toe, yeah.
Oh, I don't know if I could do that with this leather. It's a little bit tough.
That's okay. Maybe you can use it for something else.
I'll certainly hold on to them. It does seem like good leather, although it does smell a little.
Does it? No. Thank you, Warden.
He'll kind of walk away with these boots. Yeah, you can hear the sound of waves. You're near the coast, and it's just after midday. You've only travelled for 4 hours so far today.
Definitely have a drink from the creek. And encourage the tribe to
refill.
Yeah,
Everyone
up
will
and-
like cautiously like kind of squelch through this muck towards this creek. The creek itself, it's possible to find clean enough water to drink from. It is like running towards the north.
and
where
maybe
the
ask
sea is.
Jefferson if this creek and marsh area actually, if he recalls this area and how far away we are from his homeland.
Actually, now that you mention it, I think I do actually remember a bit of a marshy area. Yeah, actually, I think maybe not very far now. Maybe only another day's journey at this rate, or maybe just a bit more.
It's good to hear.
But yeah, we might want to move in from the coast a little bit. Like I said, although we could also follow the river when we get there. It might make it easier to navigate. I don't know. I'll leave these decisions to you.
I think we can move away from the coast.
Yeah.
Oh.
We could head straight south.
Let's go southwest, I still think.
Southwest? Okay. I'm happy to go southwest.
I was going to ask, do any of those frogs look barbecuable? if I give them a poke, do they seem
They've probably already like barbecued themselves practically.
perfect? They're cooked.
A little takeaway bag.
Yeah, you're not sure. They look pretty,
Crispy.
pretty leathery, covered in boils, and they just look like these big old toads. But that doesn't necessarily mean you can't eat them.
How many can I collect?
You can collect all 5 of them. No, actually, hold on, wait. So there was
They're really big.
one of them at least was like practically
Elijah.
disintegrated. I'll say there's 4. You can collect 4.
How big are they? Again?
I think I said like half a meter. Like
So how many
really quite
how many
big.
tribes people?
It's like a small dog or something.
Yeah, they're quite big.
How many rations worth? If we all have a meat feast, a frog leg feast.
Half of them are herbivores, so you would assume.
I don't think we're anywhere close to 250 people's worth, or even half that, so I think we're fine.
I
I
was
did
thinking
actually long
that
ago.
Retty was going to have an army of frogs by briefing fox.
I know, right?
He's loving it.
And give a dirty look to those pig folk.
So I think they would be like fairly meaty. I think you could probably get like, I mean, half a meter. Like they were supposed to be small, but I just randomly said they were like half a meter, so we'll go with that. So half a meter, you could probably. I think in this case, maybe you could get like 8 rations from each of them.
Ooh.
Although, hold on, so they're like toads, so they're not like heaps, like kind of, they're not like a chunky animal. I'll say 6 rations from each of them. If you kind of cut them up, but maybe if you want to do that, attempt to sort of cut the meat off the bone and everything. Yeah, maybe I'll ask for a dex check. We'll see like how good
Awesome.
you do at that, if you want to do that.
Yeah, I might do it with one of them to like. I'll probably like do one to see like how much meat there is, so I can actually figure it out.
Okay.
Like in game.
And you can add your proficiency bonus as well if because you're using your like cook's utensils.
So dex check, you said? Yeah.
Yeah. Nice. Yeah, you can get 4 kilograms from each of them. So four rations from each of them.
Who wants to carry this?
Everyone looks at Vindaros, hopefully.
I'm not carrying
I
those.
wouldn't ask Vindaros to carry.
No, I reckon we'd have to cook them here if we're going to do that. We'd have to just drag them out of the bog, cook them, eat them.
We've still got some travelling to do today, don't we?
We do, but if we stop and eat, then we're not having to carry all this extra weight, and then we don't have to worry about eating later. Is the other thing.
We can also probably just get into some tribes folk because I don't think we're going to eat.
Yeah, absolutely. We'll just have. It just means the tribe will have supplies for rations for carnivores and omnivore, at least.
Yeah, so the tribe... Oh, you just mean just because you can't eat all of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, unless we preserve them, which we can't really do. I'm thinking maybe it'll be dinner for Ayame and Twig and myself, and then the rest will just go with the tribe.
Yeah, that works. Yeah, I mean, you can spend like a day preserving them if you want. But also, did you taste them when you were... No, you haven't cooked them yet. Okay.
We've just taken the meat.
Why do you ask?
What did I ask? I forgot what I asked. Sorry, I was thinking about something else. What were we talking about?
What? Can't say.
This is why I'm suggesting maybe we cook. Maybe
squirrels,
we cook
right?
it first.
I think it's going to be like really spicy or something.
Yeah.
This is spicy.
That's what it says that.
I like that.
It's got a
Smoky
fire
flavour.
in the meat. Yeah, exactly. Maybe it's already preserved because it's so heavily smoked.
Maybe I'll just cut them up and then we can carry the meat until we camp.
So you don't want to cook them now?
Why not?
Okay, we'll cook them now, I guess.
Okay. So the camp can kind of rest for lunch, and
Can we consider this a short rest?
actually hold on. So you travelled. Oh yeah, no, you're good. Yeah. Yes, you can. Yeah, definitely, you can have a short rest.
Ooh.
Great.
And it probably takes, I don't know, probably takes like including the combat like a couple of hours to sort of have everyone get settled and light a few fires and cook some food, and everyone can have something to eat. And so, yeah, you can cook up this frog flesh, hand it out. Who eats the frog flesh?
I'm happy to give it a try before anyone else does, to prevent people from maybe getting sick.
Okay.
I might take a taste first, yeah.
Wait, who's taking the first taste?
I'll do it. I'll take
Okay.
one for the team. I don't care.
Like, yeah, try this Ayame, see if it's good.
That's fine. Give it.
Okay, I like the idea that it's spicy. It's just really spicy. But it
It
doesn't make you sick or
That's
anything.
good. That's good. There's a bit of a heat to it, which is, yeah, it's nice. Just takes a second.
I was hoping for that.
Ayame's sweating. he's trying to look cool, but he's not taking it well.
all right. And after you eat, does anyone else do anything in that time, just to finish up? Vindaros, are you eating 2 rations as well?
Correct. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh.
I mean, I all drank water. Yep.
All right.
Yep.
Which way, just so we sort of finish at the end of the day of movement, which way do you go? Are you just going to go like along the coast?
Yeah, did we say southwest?
Yeah, I think we said
so.
southwest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so you can kind of like follow the coast like from the tree line. You sort of like look out on this vast ocean and sort of follow along. And oh fuck, I forgot again. Before I take us there, oh no, because you're just following the coastline. You're hardly going to get lost. Okay.
Yeah, that's what I thought. That was my rationale. I'm like, if we follow the coastline,
Yeah.
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 Navigation's not really that difficult anymore.
Yeah. And it takes you another 4 hours to come through here. You don't encounter anything. Just more forest. But Twig, you send Leaf out.
No, Leaf is dead.
Oh, Leaf is dead. Do you resummon Leaf?
Yes, I would like to turn a new leaf.
How long have you been planning that one, be honest?
I can't say.
So you resummon Leaf and you send Leaf above the canopy, and you get this strong feeling of excitement, of some kind of identification, something vast and encouraging is only a few kilometers away, maybe 5 kilometers away. And you think that you may be very close now to the delta of the Andavega River. That's the impression that you get from your bat.
Cool. I thought she was gonna say, like, there's a giant bat cave.
It's a bat home.
Yeah.
So I was going to say, I like how everyone had different like expectations. I actually thought that you're going to see like smoke of like an army like coming over the hill, like up the Andavega. I'm like, oh shit.
But Leaf was excited.
Yeah, I know.
He loves war.
That could be.
He's such a warlike bat. Crazy.
War bat. Okay. I'll give you some XP. And yeah, feel like we haven't had a combat in like
It's been a while.
such a long time. Was it like before the New Year's? Is that why it feels like it was so long ago?
Yeah, because it was last year.
Alright, and some catch-up XP for Yame. I'm definitely changing this system in the future.